What's up, everybody? This is Ted Karras with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincy Hat, and you're watching Bengals and Brews.
What's up, everybody? This is Pork Chop from Bengals and Brews, and you just watched Ted Karras introduce Bengals and Brews.
Hey, perfect. And, if you want to check out some things, you can check out Midwest Best Barbecue. I was pitching that to Zeus when he was on Orlando Brown, when he was on Jeff's show earlier. I was like, yeah. And he's like, I think I've had before, awesome. But I'm not sure. And then Jeff was telling him about CTB wings and Uno wings and, all the Dillinators and all that stuff, which I was vouching for the Grippos because you guys know that's my favorite.
Bro,
but,
Zeus
wings
he was like,
would be
God level. Zeus wings would be God level.
Yeah.
So,
literally.
Speaking of Grippo, Dale, when I was with Dart today, Dale, speaking of Grippo wings, I was getting Aloha, but I'm like, I got to piss it off and get Grippo. And so I got both.
Did you get both, the boneless Grippo?
No, I did not. I did not get the boneless.
I didn't think there was a next level to the regular Grippo wings, bone in, which are very good. Yeah. Like, trust me, they're amazing.
Well, Dale,
incredible. Best wings I've had.
Dart, figure this out.
Hold on.
You're allowed to ask for extra.
They were the best wings I had had. Extra. They were the best wings I had until I had the boneless Grippo wings. And I was like, holy shit, now these are the best wings I've ever had. So
bone in is the way to go, though. I'm a bone in kind of guy.
Yeah. But no, Dart, figure this out. You're allowed to ask for extra. So he got Dillinator, you're allowed to ask for extra Dillinator. So Dale, you could ask for extra Grippo in the Grippos. So remember that next time.
I think it's perfect the way it is.
The lighthouses or the Grippos?
Yeah, that's what Dart just said.
Come on, man. I've been outside so much, dude. It's the lighting in here, Chris.
You're right, yeah. Yeah, it's the lighting. Totally the lighting.
The name Honky Kong, it's fine. That's a great name.
Yeah, Honky Kong. That's funny. Did somebody? I didn't even read the chat. Somebody put that in.
It was Friday when you kind of forgot we had.
When I forgot it was Friday.
And he gave
Friday
me the name
again, right?
Honky Kong, and I was like, you know what? I kind of fuck with it.
I like Honky Kong.
Honky Kong.
Honky Kong.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dart's all about the extra seasoning. But yeah, go check out Midwest Best Barbecue if you haven't already. I mean, legit great people, but I mean, the food's amazing. Like, I wouldn't come on here and say the food's amazing if I thought it sucked. The food is absolutely incredible there. And them being great people on top of it is just, chef's kiss. So shout out Tim and Nicole and the whole staff at Midwest Best because they're top tier. And then the Chop Shop, our guy Pork Chop, get you his t-shirts, chopshop513.myshopify.com. Incredible t-shirts. You can get all your Bengals and Brews t-shirts. You can get whatever. There's so many t-shirts,
Hey, elite designs, but the guy's a prick.
Yeah.
I mean, in real life, for real.
And cheap. You can't get t-shirts for $20.
I mean, he's really fucking good looking, but he's a prick. You can't have both at the same time. The guy looks really fucking hot, but he's a dick. Can't have both.
Can't have it all.
Yeah, makes good designs.
Can't
looks
have it all,
good.
man.
Guy's a dick. Go ahead.
So today,
hey Dale,
we're terrible at this.
I was gonna say, Dale, before we get into the show, it was announced on Twitter. Might as well tell the viewers right now about our yearly fantasy football league, right?
Yeah, good call.
Okay, I joined already. I paid.
Yeah, we almost have the second leg filled up. And we usually do around 4 legs, but hey, if there's enough interest, we'll do more than that. But we'd at least like to get 4 filled because that's what we've been able to have the last couple of years. So we'd love to be able to get at least 4 full leagues, 10-team leagues, PPR. We use the Sleeper app, $20 donation to Project Game Day. And obviously it's going to a good cause. You're playing fantasy football with fellow Bengals fans or other fans of football. So it's good to have that. And fantasy football's fun. But you also get a chance to win trophies that Darth Bengal made. So you can go to a Twitter page and check out those trophies. Like the overall winner gets a trophy that's like literal, probably bigger than the actual national championship trophy. And each league winner also gets a trophy. And if you're the overall winner, you also can win a Willie Anderson autographed jersey, which I'm guessing Greg's getting ready to show everybody that. That's
thought maybe he was sneezing. He turned off the camera.
So, I mean, it's really, Derek started this, the Orange Arrow Fantasy Football League, then it kind of morphed into the Bengals and Brews Fantasy Football League for the last couple of years, and now it's the Project Game Day Fantasy Football League because that's the charity we're going to go with. That's the charity we're part of each year. So it's the Project Game Day Fantasy Football, and it's the same thing. Me and Derek are kind of running it. Let us know when you make your $20 donation, your Twitter handle too, like DM me or something.
Yes.
You can show me like, hey, I paid my $20, I'm in. Put you on the list, then we add you to a sleeper app group. You will discuss in the chat the sleeper app when you want to do your draft. We usually advise, but you guys all decide that's in a group of 10 together. We advise doing it sometime midway through preseason or after preseason. Set a date where you all can draft or try to draft, or if not, you can set an auto draft and rank your players ahead of time. But yeah, because preseason injuries and stuff, you never know. But I don't take it that seriously. I know I'm not going to win. I never win.
Right.
But I have
to dominate.
It's a $20 donation, and us guys that are in Project Game Day, we're all doing this too, and we all put in our $20. Not like we're not putting our money into. We put our money where our mouth is about it. So
It's true.
Back to helping other people. So that's what's really important. Yeah, and last year in our group, Santori won. So rally around the natty here, Santori. He's Santa Sack. Yeah, and Greg last place in our group, and Darth made him a special
big shit guy.
Yeah, you also have your name.
Big shitter.
He'll put your name on the plaque and everything, Darth will. So it's incredible, man.
Those
it's
trophies that he made for this year they are elite.
Mm-hmm.
They are awesome.
Yeah. But I appreciate everybody, that helps support Project Game Day and stuff. And here's a little view of the trophies.
Yeah.
Like those are the actual picture, and that's on a table. So like even the small ones are pretty good sized trophies. And then the Jumbotron for the overall winner. And as you can see, he's got like 2025 Fantasy Football League champion, and he's got a place to put names on for whoever wins. So really cool, man. Darth, you're absolutely the man for doing that for us.
Radical Question says, which one of y'all is going to take second place? And that will probably be Santori.
Oh, he's not going to win this year?
No, probably not. He's got weak game this year, Santori. Step back, bro.
Yeah. To be fair, he wasn't the overall winner. He just won our league.
But it's a lot of fun,
Sack.
man. You get to play fantasy football with your friends, and Darth is cranking out some fucking bangers, man. Between the chains and now the trophies, and then he did that. Don't you have that mask that he did, the Squid Game mask?
Yeah, it's in the house,
bro.
I don't keep it in the garage.
I mean, Darth should quit his day job, right? Just get that printer going. Get another printer. He does a good job, man. The trophies are spectacular.
So shout out Darth, and also shout out Greg with the Willie Anderson jersey. Derek's working his ass off and everything, working night shifts. So this helps Derek out because Derek usually buys the stuff. So Greg hooking that up this year and getting an autographed jersey. Willie Anderson, thank you, Greg, for that. And Darth, obviously, thank you as well, man. You guys are fantastic for that. Appreciate both.
I also appreciate them both. Greg, I appreciate you. Darth, you're in the chat. I appreciate you.
And if you were watching Monday when these two were having a little tiff to start the show, they made up. They're good.
We fucked it out.
Yeah, they fucked it out.
Let me tell you something. The heat gets the best out of you. The heat just gets the best out of you at times. Believe it or not, I went to Midwest with Darth. I said, you know what? I got time left. What should I do? You know what? I'll take a walk for an hour and 20 minutes outside in the heat.
Ugh. That's a terrible decision.
To become with the heat, you got to play with the heat.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can't beat the heat, you got to fight it.
When I'm coming, I like the AC on.
Yeah, no doubt. Yes. Especially this weather, man.
Well, I was at the I was at the zoo over the weekend. I didn't see the rhino. I couldn't come at the rhino or anything. I didn't see him.
It's probably for the best.
You literally just got banned from the zoo right there. They probably got like keywords out on social media. When you say come in front of the rhino, you just got lifetime ban at the Cincinnati Zoo. You're going to have to go to San Diego or some shit. You want to see a tiger.
So I set the show today about Ted Karras. Like, will he get another extension, which can lead into a little bit more talk of the upcoming free agents, players entering the last year of their deal. and kind of, where we think, or if we think they're in the long-term plans. I know a lot of this is year to year in the NFL. How they perform could determine whether they're here or not both ways. They could overperform and want more money that the Bengals won't match, or they could underperform and you don't want them back. That's the Bengals usually want them back when they underperform.
Yeah, they do.
Cheaper. But so Ted Karras, he's 33 years old. He's on $6 million from where they extended him before. I'll ask you guys straight up, do you think, because, he'll be 34 years old before next season starts. So do you think the Bengals will extend him, maybe do another 1-year extension, a 2-year, or do you think this could be the last year for Ted Karras with Matt Lee behind him, Seth McLaughlin, who's undrafted, but this is a 7th-round pick and undrafted guy. What are your thoughts on Ted Karras and his future here? We all love him as a human being, and he's been a really good player. He had seasons, I thought, last year.
Good question. I still think he's a top 10 player for us. If you think about it, he's still like a top 15 center playing at a high level. Obviously, Teddy, what he's meant for the city is just, there's no words to describe what he's done with the Cincy hat. You could argue the Cincy hat's become more popular than the Bengals logo, for Pete's sakes, literally. And so, but yeah, like I say, as a player, I would keep him. This is what I would do. I would give him a 2-year deal, a 1-year deal with an option for another year to see how it goes. Because, with the age, similar to Trey Hendrickson, you don't want to give him like a 3 or 4-year contract or anything. But I would give him a 2-year deal, but with the second year being an option year. That's what I would do. He's still playing at a high level.
I feel like you got to see what Matt Lee's got, but Ted Karras, top 15 shit last year. He was like top 5 centers, wasn't he? He was like playing really good last year. So
no, he was. Yeah.
I also think that Ted Karras wants to be in Cincinnati. And I know that because Ted Karras said to me, he wants to be in Cincinnati. And even if he leaves Cincinnati to go somewhere else, he wants to come back to Cincinnati for his retirement because he likes the city. So I think that he would take somewhat of a team-friendly deal. And personally, I would extend the man for 2 years and see what happens. You know what I mean? You got Matt Lee, who only plays center, so that's kind of, we drafted him, and the guy's good. According to Joe Goodberry, he's the steal of the draft last year. So I guess it just depends on what you see out of Matt Lee. But giving Ted Karras 2 years is, it's good with me because Matt Lee still be on the rookie contract, right?
Yeah, I'm at a bit of a crossroads with it, and it's trying to think how the Bengals operate with being almost 34. So kind of when I preface this, will they give him a 1-year extension again before the season starts is kind of part of my question here. Even to myself, I'm trying to talk about this out loud,
right.
Put my own thoughts together on it. To me, I think I could see the Bengals seeing if his play drops, kind of like Dustin Crawford in the chat was mentioning. Is his play going to drop off this season because he's, 33 plus years old? It didn't last year. We've seen guys like Andrew Whitworth. I think if Teddy wants to keep playing, that's the thing too. Someone mentioned that. First thing, does Ted want an extension?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like he's ready to hang it up anytime soon.
No.
He seems like he would be receptive to an extension and stay here for 2-3 more years. But a lot of times, when your body goes or whatever. So I don't think necessarily Ted will get an extension like he did last year before the season starts. But I also think as you mentioned, Chop, it's not like he would still probably go anywhere. If he plays at a good level, he's going to be a guy, take another 1-year contract after the season, or you're seeing his play is really good halfway through the year, then maybe you give him the extension for 1 or 2 years. I think the Bengals are more likely to play it out that way, but I just want to see Teddy here because, we love him, and it's his play on the field too. But as a fan of the team, I guess if the play dips, you do have to get concerned. And we all are pretty high on Matt Lee, but he was a 7th-round pick. So and we're only going to see him most likely in preseason.
Bro, if they give Teddy a 2-year extension, also remember, if Matt Lee comes in, Ted Karras is this dude. He's probably got the best attitude on the team. And that's not knock on the other guys. Just Ted Karras is such a great guy. He just goodness just pours out of him. I'm just saying, if you give him a 2-year extension, keep him on the team. You got a guy that can play 3 spots. You know, he can play guard, he can play center, and he will be a great tutor to Matt Lee coming in to be center. And then you got a backup for 3 spots on the line. So extending Ted totally makes sense. And I don't feel like that Ted would be the kind of person to be pissed off about helping Matt Lee be the starter. I'm sure it's hard to say that because he's such a good guy that he wouldn't feel it, but I think that he would embrace it as like a coach and a teacher. You know what I'm saying?
But if he knows he's still playing at like a top 10 to 15 level, like why wouldn't I want to be a starter somewhere? You know,
that's what I'm saying. If it drops off a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But he played really good last year. I don't know what Matt Lee's got, but I know what Ted Karras has, and I'd like to see Ted Karras out there.
And Jerry says, you know, and what will Joe want? Like if Joe's like, I'm comfortable with Ted and the calls he makes and what we have,
right.
And if he wants him here, then
I'll just tell you.
Go ahead, buddy. You're good.
I'll tell you this: when I was on the field, when my buddy of mine got me on the field one time to see pregame, he's like, he'll tell you everything that goes on, and this happens every game. Every time Ted Karras comes out, he headbutts Joe Burrow every time and all that. You know, Joe Burrow. Well, we all know Joe. Joe loves putting his hands between his legs and all that and stuff. So, you know, he ain't gonna want Teddy gone. Trust me. Who else would you think he's gonna trust anybody else with that? No.
Yeah, that's fair. So, to me, I think it depends. But if they extended Ted, I would be more than happy that Ted is still here for another year or two. You know, maybe 1 and a team option even. You know, give him a 1-year extension with a team option for a second. And at that point, you know, 2 more year extension on top of this year, then he's probably, you know, his career probably is dwindling down.
Yes.
That's the thing. I mean,
I think that would make Teddy very happy to get a 2-year extension. Means this year and 2 more years.
Yes.
I think that dude would be super happy to know that he was going to be a Bengal and that possibly that when he's done with that retirement.
Why are you trying to get my blood pressure up, bro? Like, come on now.
He's right about the skin, though.
My skin is fine.
I mean, if your blood pressure's up, there'll be a little color in it.
This bullshit.
It's Dale. I'll tell you what. I don't know. I told Chop this. I wore a tank top taking a walk last Saturday, and all of a sudden, man, I'm like, I'll be finally no sunscreen. Bad idea.
Did people drive by?
Bad idea.
Did people drive by yelling honky Kong?
My parents saw me, but then I'm like, "What's up?"
All right, so we'll pivot off of Ted specifically, but you know, Ted's played 10 years in the league. He's a veteran, you know, and we hope he's here. But hey, I do think the Bengals will wait and see what kind of season he has. You know, especially at his
Matt
age.
Lee. Yeah. Big factor though too. How does Matt Lee do?
Yeah, new O-line coach too. So it's like, you know, is that new O-line coach like, oh, I love what I'm seeing from Matt Lee in practice and in preseason, and Seth McLaughlin was cleared to practice. But we'll move on to other free people that will be expected to be free agents and start right at the top with Trey Hendrickson. He's 31 and a half years old. It's still a big question for this season, let alone for next season. What do you guys think happens with Trey Hendrickson's future if you had to just make a prediction as of right now?
Man,
I'm going to say,
I don't know. That you know, when this thing first started, I'm like, he signs. And then no problem. And then it's like he says, I'm not signing that deal. And I'm like, that's because he'll sign the deal that they offered. And I still kind of feel that way. But like, I don't know, man. It's upsetting to me to constantly talk about it. And then the news that comes out is discouraging to me. Like if Trey wants 35, I'm not on that boat. Like I love Trey. Is he worth 35 last year? He is worth 35 last year, but age is real. I can tell you because I'm 53. And it happens. And I understand. People are like, well, we should have learned our lesson with Whitworth. Yes, okay. Whitworth is an outlier. We should have kept Whitworth. Hindsight's 2020. I mean, going into this, though, when Trey wants like 3 years at 35, that's a lot of money, man, for a guy that's going to be 30 years old. And I love this guy. So, I mean, honestly, I have no idea how this shakes out. I want
Well,
Trey
and
on
this
the
is
team.
Sorry, Chuck. This
No.
is Spotrac too, and I was thinking Trey was 30. So can someone check elsewhere, because this has Trey at 31 and a half years old, which means he's about to turn 32. So
Yeah.
giving him like a 3 years on top of that is a lot. Maybe Spotrac's wrong.
Ray
I'm just
Henderson.
thinking he. Go ahead.
Born December 5th, 1994. That's his birthday. So
He'll be 31 in December.
December, he'll 31 in December.
So Spotrac is wrong here. He's not 31 and a half. He'll be turning 31, which that's what I thought, which, I mean, that's important, especially for the Bengals, but I would still feel comfortable if he would extend, they work out this year and 2 more years for 3 total. But I think he wants 3 or 4 more.
Yes. And I do feel like that he's not going to just retire. Like, why would you push for so much money and then just give up the money that you're going to have this year when next year you could be a free agent? If you just play at a high level again, you'll get paid next year. And if he sits out, he's still under contract next year. You can't sit out a year and just have your contract expire. He's still under contract if he sits out this year. So next year he'll still have to negotiate with the Bengals if he wants to be a free agent.
Yeah, Paul, I agree. It's some of the names are like, it's like at this and like letters, and maybe some people are names that we're not used to seeing on here. I don't know what the hell YouTube is doing, but it is definitely not us. We have not changed anything, but YouTube is changing everyone's names on here and doing weird shit. I apologize for you.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, I've noticed it the whole time.
No,
but I'm like, what the hell is this?
Hey, you know what? Play those numbers, man, on the pick 4 or whatever. Who knows?
But yeah, I apologize, but we had nothing to do with it. But I want to get to Dustin's super chat here. He says another big year for Geno Stone. So we'll move on to Geno Stone next. Another guy in the last year of his deal. I feel like I can't trust the ages, but it says he's 27 on here. That could be wrong. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But Dustin says, I can also see him falling into journeyman area like CTB if they don't perform. It's big years for these guys. I agree. And either way for Geno Stone, this is one for me that I think Geno is more likely to play elsewhere. But it's probably not going to be Baltimore. He's probably not going back to Baltimore after Malachi Starks and, they got Kyle Hamilton. And so I can't see him going back there unless he's just a backup. If he's that bad that is a journeyman backup type guy, then that could be his future. But we're hoping that Geno Stone plays like he did down the stretch. But what are you guys' thoughts on Geno Stone? I think this is last year as a Bengal either way. For me personally, no matter how
I just don't see it. I mean, I hope he bounces back, but Geno Stone, he was the winner he was a huge winner of the Bengals draft. Well, they did not take a safety. Geno Stone's probably breathing like crazy after the draft, but I'm sorry, man. After what happened last year, I know he did well near the end, but it was against, crappy quarterbacks pretty much. I mean, I know the Denver quarterback, is okay, but I mean, it was really against a bunch of crap quarterbacks. I'm sorry, man. I mean, I hope he proves me wrong, but I'm safety position. I know Justin Blackmon's out there. I know that there's a reason 31 of the teams haven't called him, but I'd love to go out and add another safety right now. I just don't have any faith in Stone right now.
I think I figured these ages out on Spotrac, where I'm in Spotrac and I'm on 2026 free agents. I'm guessing they're adding how old they'll be when free agency starts. So they're basically tacking a year on. You know what I'm saying? So like Geno Stone's probably 26 years old, which is still pretty young.
This is true. Syndustries is right. The numbers are how much money you should super chat us to get it to change back to normal. No, hey, Geno Stone, man, I feel like the guy didn't get a fair chance, and the reason is because he was great for Baltimore in the way that they used him, and then he came in here, and Lou Anarumo is like teaching calculus to third graders. You know what I'm saying? Like when he dumbed it down, everybody started doing better. This is at the time, like you said, Greg, that he was playing worse quarterbacks, but at the same time, it's when Lou dumbed down the defense, basically, so that the guys could play faster, according to Joseph Osai, is what he said. So I feel like I'm not sure with Geno Stone. I'm going into it like he's a brand new draft pick almost, because let's see what Al Golden sees in him. Because I think that Al Golden likes the safeties more like Geno was playing in Baltimore, moving around more, you know? So once again,
by
our
the way,
defense is counting on Al Golden.
Yeah. And by the way, Strawberry, the chair's a part of the show. I'm not one of the goddamn chair. The chair's a part of the show, Strawberry. But no, I get what you're saying. No, Jeff. I mean, Chop. I get what you're saying, buddy. Yeah, you know, Geno Stone, man. Yeah, let's see what Al Golden does. Maybe he'll use him like he used the Notre Dame safety that Watts. Maybe he'll just have him play center field more.
All right, so the next one, Joseph Osai, was listed at 26, and like I said, I think it's a year ahead, being when it's saying a year from now, this age will be. So I think he just now turned 25, because I'm pretty sure on that one, especially Osai is very young. Just now turned 25, makes 6.5 this year is what they have for his salary. I think he's going to get more opportunities. I'm hoping he's the Joseph Osai we started to see at the end of the season, and the one we've seen against the Chiefs in the playoffs, minus the penalty, obviously. But how do you guys feel about Joseph Osai? For me personally, I love Joseph Osai. I think if he has a big year, he's gone. If he doesn't have a big year, he's gone.
Yep.
To go to another system.
Why?
What do you mean?
Or David Malagueta. That's why. If Joseph Osai balls out, Bengals, no way they're going to afford it. If Joseph Osai balls out, David Malagueta is going to want that $40 million a year that Myles Garrett got, and that's a fact. And if he doesn't ball out, he's still going to want way more money than what Joseph Osai is worth. We got lucky negotiating with David Malagueta for a one-year deal. It's not going to happen on multi-year. Not with Joseph Osai, I don't think. What do you think, Greg?
Yeah, no, exactly what you said. If he has a bad year, we're not getting him back. If he has a good year, we're definitely not getting him back. Like you said, if he goes out and gets like even 7 or 8 sacks, he's going to be demanding a shitload of money in free agency. And he should. He's still only like 23 years old, so he could be 24 when he hits 24, 25 when he hits the open market. Oh my God, man, someone's going to overpay the hell out of him. And like you said, Malagueta's going to get every penny he can out of him. So I think it's a double-edged sword either way.
Yeah, he'll be 26. This time next year,
you know. All right, 26, but still.
I mean, he's hitting his prime, and that's why I'm just hoping he has a big season personally.
So do I.
You know what I mean? Because I think we need that with all the questions at defensive end, and we just haven't had guys. He was starting to get some pressure, and really coming on and looking like the guy he was in that Chiefs game when he was a menace. And that penalty happened. I think it screwed with his head. He's dealt with injuries. But if he can stay healthy and ball out this season, he could be a big boost to this Bengals team for sure. We'll move on. Volson, another guy who, kind of redid his deal where he's supposed to get stuff to stay here and compete. I think it's his last year. With Fairchild here, I don't think Volson, at his age, he is almost 27. So it's not like he's young, but it's still pretty young. He's still got a chance to go somewhere and start. There's O-linemen, there's so many. Everyone needs O-linemen. So even though Volson hasn't been the greatest here, I think after this season, even if he's not a starter, he could go somewhere and compete to be a starter. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone needs O-linemen. But sure. I think this is Volson, starter, not a starter, whatever. I think this is Volson's last year here too. How do you guys feel about him?
I agree. I think that he'll probably his career is going to be bouncing around the league, getting these 1-year deals or 2-year deals, unless something happens and he gets the right coach where he steps up and he's really good. Greg?
Yeah, it's just that it's making or break it for him. Like Jeff just said. I mean, he's had how many chances? Honestly, he's had what? He's on his 3rd year with the Bengals now. I'm sorry, 2 chances. That's enough for me, buddy. I mean, you've had 2 chances to prove yourself, and it's just not working out. Now, I know we got a new O-line coach, so we'll see what happens.
No, this is his 4th
right
season.
Now, man. 4th season. There you go, 4th season. So he's had 3 chances. That is way more than enough. That's way more than enough, and he just hasn't done anything. Now, who knows? Maybe Peter might retool him. Who don't know? You don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe Peters could come in and retool him.
I can see Bolson having a career like Lucas Patrick, which is the next guy on the list. He's been in the league 10 years. Bolson could be in the league 10 years, but he's a starter. He's a backup. He's a fringe starter. You know, I think he'll have one of those careers. And that's just how he's kind of trending toward, right? He's valuable and good depth and stuff like that, but he's probably not ideal to be a starter. I think that's what Lucas Patrick is, but some people are higher on him than me. And Patrick's almost 32 years old, been in the league 10 years. I think this is his one and only year here. Whether he beats out Cody Ford, don't beat him out, I don't see him being on the Bengals for the long term or another extension. How about you guys?
Go ahead, Greg.
Cody Ford, man. I like Cody Ford.
Lucas Patrick.
Lucas Patrick. You know, I knew nothing about him when we got him. I knew absolutely nothing about him. He did okay in New Orleans scheme, but that was just a weird scheme Kubiak was doing. We all thought he was going to go to Seattle pretty much. But you look at him before, this signing just made no sense. He's 32 years old, but apparently he had quite a few suitors. So, I mean, you know, you look at the other guys out there that we won, they don't have any suitors. So clearly other teams liked Patrick. So that's the way of looking at it. But still, 32 years old. I mean, Dale, you showed me his stats, man. Like when he was in Chicago, he was one of the worst guards in the league pretty much. So I don't know, man. I don't know with this one.
I got 2 words for it. Beats me.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, it's 1 year. I mean, we just signed him. Let's see how he does. I mean, if the guy comes in and he's manageable, my guess is that they hold on to him either way.
Another 1 year deal, right?
At least until after the draft. You know what I'm saying? To see if they get someone in. And even then, they probably have him come to camp. You know what I mean? Or maybe, like you said, give him another 1 year deal if you bring in a guy that's going to play right guard while you're coaching him up. But what about Rivers? Can Rivers play right guard? He can play right?
He hasn't had any snap. Like they were playing him at tackle. He has played guard. He was playing left tackle and left guard during the same games for Miami. But he has played, I think, some right guard and some right tackle. No, maybe he hadn't played any right guard. Maybe that's why the Bengals don't want to give him the opportunity. But I feel like he could. Yeah,
I mean, who knows? I mean, in training camp, they should let everybody play every spot. They should let Rivers throw the fucking football and see if he can do a quarterback job. I mean, let everybody practice at every spot they want and see how good they do. I mean, look at fucking Lamar Parrish. Guy was a quarterback, came in the league and fucking dominated in the secondary. You know what I'm saying? So maybe these guys, they're football players. These guys that are big athletes are football players. Some of them come in the league and play a totally different position and end up in the Hall of Fame. So
we'll talk about a couple. We'll talk about a couple more guys, but not very many. Let's just go to one of the biggest names and biggest questions. And I don't think any of us have an answer for what will happen to his future with the Bengals, but Cam Taylor-Britt, scheduled to be a free agent. He's almost 26 years old. Didn't have the best year in the world last year, but seems pretty locked in. And we've seen the talent, right? He's a second-round pick for a reason.
Yeah.
He's got tons of talent. Juice gang. I mean, he's that guy. He brings that energy. And it's almost like some of the passion wasn't there last year, whether it was some off-field stuff or whatever, you know, some things going on. But he seems pretty locked in, and it's a good year to be locked in when it's a contract year. So what are you guys' thoughts on Cam Taylor-Britt's future with the Bengals? I think he's probably the hardest to say right now in the summer. He balls out, cornerback. That's a very good position to get paid. He's probably going to make the money that the Bengals are not going to pay. If he balls out, I kind of hope they do pay him.
Sure.
But at the same point in time, if he's just mediocre, what do you do with him? So what are you guys' thoughts on Cam? I think he's going to have a good season.
Go ahead, Sean.
Go ahead.
I'm just, if he has a great season, this is what I'm saying. Like, man, everybody was super stoked when they signed Joe, Jamar, and T, including me. All right. Now Trey wants 35, and everybody's on Trey's side. The majority of the Bengal fans are on Trey's side because he's sack leader and he's a beast. Okay. So now we got 4 players taking half the fucking pie, and what's left? Top tier cornerbacks get paid good fucking money. So if Cam Taylor-Britt comes out this year and balls out, he's going to want top-tier money, and he should get top-tier money. And the Bengals are painting themselves into a corner by paying everybody all this money. And I'm not saying that it's a bad idea. I love the prospect of having Joe, T, and Jamar together for the next at least 4 years. That's fucking awesome. But the thing is, you got to figure out how to pay everybody else and keep them happy at the same time, because I hate to quote Mike Brown, but there's only one fucking pie and everybody gets a slice. So when you walk up and take a giant fucking slice, you're leaving less for everybody else. No knock on the people that are getting paid. I'm just saying, like, I'm not real good at math. So maybe someone else has got the formula on how you pay every player that plays at the top, at their position at the top, how you get them paid at the top also.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Chop. Like,
go ahead.
Like Chop, like we said with Osai, guess who CTB's agent is if he does have a good year?
Yeah.
Malagata. But like, CTB, I told you guys last year, this is my personal opinion. I thought he was the third most important player behind Burrow. I had him as the second most important player behind Burrow because he had to have a good season. It's what's funny is everybody debated. It came down between T. Higgins and Cam Taylor-Britt because those are the top three guys. If you had to lose one guy, and at the time when Cam Taylor-Britt was having the best year, I would have taken CTB over T. Higgins if I knew he was a top-notch corner at the time.
Yeah.
Man. At the time, but with the year that CTB had, I'm sorry. I hope it was a fluke year. But what's interesting is, I think Goodberry tweeted this. They were trying him at safety. I wonder if he would just be better if they moved him at safety. I don't know, but CTB,
hey, we can afford him better at safety.
I really thought he was. Yeah, I really thought he was gonna. I really thought that he was the second most important player behind Burrow last year. And because you look at that CB room, they have a lot of good young talent. I'm not going to say go sign another corner. I'm not going to say anything. I'm done with that. But I'm just saying this is a big important. It's another important year for him. Like you said, like Chop said, it's on his contract year. Go ball out and get that big cornerback contract.
It's not that crazy though. It's like, yes, he had a down year, but look how bad the defense was, and not having a shutdown corner and not being able to get a stop here or there. Like, he was that important. He was just as important as T. Higgins, if not more. You were actually right in hindsight, Greg, because his poor performance, along with a lot of other people on the defense, and maybe the scheme overall and the way Lou did things, but that's a big reason we didn't make the playoffs again, it's because of those performances.
Yep.
Well, I did hear a rumor that he had a bad influence last year, who was also on the Bengals, that came in last year, and he started hanging out with him, and that's why he had a slump. And that this year he's rededicated, and he knows the mistakes he made last year, and he's ready to attack this year, which he should be. It's his contract year. This man's going to get paid next year, whether it's going to be here or somewhere else, if he has a great year this year.
Oh,
he knows that.
It's so much money difference to what he can make. This season is huge for him. Probably more than any other. Him and Joseph Osai.
Yeah, you're right.
They're still so young. It would just now be their second contracts. The money difference for these guys and career trajectory is huge for them.
There's another guy that I would add to that who's not in a contract year, but he should be for this year, is Miles Murphy. So this will be his third year. So coming out of this year, if they're fucking smart, they get in front of this and they sign Miles Murphy. But he could also, if he balls out, he's also looking at a big ass payday.
Well, he needs to show flashes, / ball out, / whatever, because the 5th-year option. You've got to make that decision ahead of time, like they had to do with Dax, a year ahead. So this is the year, if they're going to pick up the 5th-year option before he plays next season, they have to make that decision.
Yeah.
So it's a huge year for him too. Yeah,
yes,
that's great. That's a great call. There's other guys like Zach Moss, Marco Wilson, Tanner Hudson, Cam Sample, Logan Woodside, Jalen Davis, Joe Giles Harris, Cal Adamitis, Gary Brown. I'm not going to talk about those guys on this show.
I would say Cal gets signed.
Well, they brought in that William Wagner from Michigan.
That's right.
So who knows? We'll see who wins that.
Darren Simmons is still the special teams coach, right?
And we'll see if that Wagner sticks on the practice squad if he doesn't beat out Cal for this season. Because if they keep him around for a year on the practice squad as a long snapper and take up a spot, that says they could be like, okay, it's kind of contract negotiation leverage, but it's also, all right, Cal, you're a veteran. We can bring this guy in and do the same job. I don't know how they view it. They usually view long snapper pretty good, though. They were pretty good to my guy, Karras. But there is one more guy on this list I do want to talk about. There's a lot of restricted and exclusive rights guys that I'm not going to get into on this episode. But another unrestricted free agent is Tyson Anderson. This is a guy, shout out to Iceman. I know that's his boy. Iceman's thinking safety snaps. He should get some safety snaps. I don't even care if he gets safety snaps. No offense. No offense to the man that I sometimes refer to as Dejon Anthony to his face.
That's right.
I don't care if he gets safety snaps.
Rumdale knows Tyson Anderson as Dejon Anthony.
He is a special teams demon, though. He's the guy I would love to see them get a deal with, an extension now, an extension during training camp or whatever. Yeah. 2-3 year deal. At worst, yes, he's depth at safety. If he never starts, he's still depth. Somebody gets injured, boom, he's in. But what he does on special teams, that is so valuable. If you can lock him into a deal, I think they should definitely lock him into a deal. Yeah, you're right, Sindusters. Greg is texting all his hoes right now.
Yeah. Some hoes in this house.
And Jeff, I'm going to send you a link to join the show because we're getting ready to rank snack foods.
Oh, shit.
After we talk Tyson Anderson, we're ranking snack foods. It's a competition of snack. This snack food or that, it's a bracket.
Just for a glimpse, the first one I think is Cool Ranch Doritos against Nacho Doritos.
Yeah, it's going to be tough right off the bat. But thoughts on Tyson Anderson? I say extend him.
Yes.
Special teams alone.
Dude, I say extend him, and I'll pound my fist on the fucking table saying it. This guy is our special teams ace. Special teams is part of the game. People cannot forget. It's not offense and defense only. There's a third portion called special team. Very important, and Tyson Anderson is a special teams beast. I don't care if he sees one fucking snap at safety. I want him out there in between offense and defense.
How about you, Greg?
Yeah, no, Tyson Anderson, I had high hopes he was going to be a good safety. He's one of the best preseason players we ever had. Along with that one guard we had out of Arizona State, everybody thought was going to be a god. Didn't work out, but still, no. Tyson Anderson's become a great
Christian Westerman
on special team. Yes.
He was supposed to be good. I was hyped about that pick.
We never gave him any snaps. He was like the highest rated guard in the preseason. I never fucking understood that. But Tyson Anderson, man, I mean, I thought this dude was going to be and he's still good. If Darren Simmons says, I want to keep him, that's all they need to hear. I want to keep him. That's it.
It's a good point, Ryan. We extended Stanley Morgan 47 times. Tyson's better than him at special teams. I agree. Well, let's get into it, right? Hey, honestly, I thought we were talking 5 minutes and spending the whole time. We had this whole snack thing. Fun Friday. Chop, do you have to work?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Oh, fuck.
I know, it sucks.
What's your hard cutoff? Because we're going to have to go through this so fast. We're going to have to go through this
is one
so
of those
fast.
face-off things. This will go quicker than, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Probably like
this
22.
This is Cool Ranch.
I think
Cool Ranch. Come on.
And chat, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to go through these fast, and you may not disagree, but you'll know our opinion on these, and you can go. It's tier maker, but these are bracket battles or whatever they're called through tier maker.
Yeah.
I'm going Cool Ranch. So Greg said Cool Ranch.
Yes.
I also love Cool Ranch. I mean, if it was spicy nacho, maybe that throws a little fly in the ointment, but regular nacho, and I'd probably pick Cool Ranch over regular nacho.
Well, Dorito serves a purpose. Like, it's really good for like a taco salad, you know?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Walking tacos with nacho Doritos.
Yeah,
hell
right.
yeah.
No, yeah.
We had those at the tailgate, and they were really good.
Yeah.
Lay's and Fritos. This one's tough. I love a good plain Lay's, but I got to go Fritos, man. Fritos are good and chili. I'm going to go Fritos, but I love Lay's, though. I love a good Lay's potato chip.
What the hell is
But I
this?
got to go Fritos.
I don't know, Chop. We got to ask
Harry
for
Potter.
something. Damn. I will
How do I
also.
get past that?
I scroll up. I think. Oh, I don't know.
Is there an X on there?
I see the bracket, but
Oh, here it is. I see
Yeah,
it.
it's
Hey,
barely.
hide that shit. Close ad. What? Oh, I closed the ad. It's not it.
Sindustry said he loves Sydney Sweeney. I would also say Fritos, though. Also, like when you're sick, Fritos is pretty good too. Like that.
It is.
I think Lay's is one of the better chip brands.
Lay's is the best potato chip. And if you want,
I think it's one of the worst.
what? What's
All right,
better
Ruffles or
chip
Lay's?
than Lay's?
Dale, Ruffles. Ruffles or
Hers,
Lay's, though. And that's a good one.
like
I got to go
you
Fritos. Chop. They're Chop.
Hold on,
I'm not
but
against
like
Lay's,
what?
but
What's better?
What?
What is that? There's like hers. There's Snyder's. I think all those chips are better than Lay's.
yeah. Okay, but Dale, all right, Dale. So you say Fritos. We got to go through this, Chop. So you say Lay's, right?
I say Lay's.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
I'm
Fritos.
What is the cat saying?
Sindustry says Fritos all day.
So Fritos, right?
Someone says Tom rules.
Yeah.
Fritos?
Fritos for sure. Ryan said Fritos also.
Fritos.
Yeah. Fritos, man.
Oh, this one. Come on now. Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Yeah,
Cheetos.
I was.
Cheetos.
Yeah, Cheetos for me
Come
as
on.
well.
Yeah.
Like
just a
respect to the
Yeah.
Tostitos, but you need cheese and shit with it. Like,
You need queso. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
This is easy.
I don't know. I love both.
nah.
I
This
gotta
is
go
easy for
Funyuns,
me.
man, but it's
Funyuns
close.
all
It's
day,
close.
every
Boom.
day.
Hell yeah. This was my
Funyuns.
This was my 20-year-old snack, man. Funyuns and Tahitian treat when fucking Chop was into bad things. I ate many a Funyun.
Funyuns, dude. That's
Snyder's.
this one. I don't have an
Snyder's. I would
opinion
take
on.
Snyder's any day.
I don't have an opinion on this next one.
Snyder's.
I'm literally cool with either. So, hey, Greg, can you add Jeff? I'm mixing me a little rum.
Oh, sure.
What's
Hey,
I
Jeff.
would probably go with the goldfish on this one, although I don't think they have enough cheese flavor in goldfish. Still better than I would pick that way more times than honey mustard and onion fucking pretzel pieces.
Goldfish for sure.
Yeah.
Jeff
Yeah,
just
my
came on. so
kids
we'll let
like
him-
goldfish. I know my kids like goldfish. So I would
Oh.
go for them.
Oh, Gardetto's is really good. I would take Gardetto's. I even had Chex Mix Buddies, and I don't plan on it.
That's why
Oh,
you're
never mind.
picking Gardetto's. That Muddy Buddies, Greg, are fucking next level, bro.
You know what? I take it back. I think I have tried those. Those are good. So I don't
Oh.
know, man.
They're too good.
All right, Jet. What's Jeff's opinion on this? Because I'm going to be honest, I don't have an opinion on this.
I
'Cause,
don't either.
I have not tried. I have not tried either of these.
That is
No.
not
To be
surprising.
fair.
That's me. I've never tried either one of them, so I have no idea.
Well, one of them is sweet and the other one's salty. You want something sweet or salty?
So you're saying I got to choose between Dale and Chop, huh? One sweet, one salty.
Yeah.
What am I? Which one am I?
You're,
Well, who has the salty? No, Jeff. Who's got the salty balls? Is the real question.
That's you, Greg.
Greg's are muddy
Oh, that's right. I know you
Greg's-
tried them.
Greg's your money.
because he worked outside all day. His balls are muddy.
Oh, I know.
He's
Yeah.
got the,
Oh
he calls
God,
his
I know.
balls muddy buddies.
I've heard him on Twitter all day. Oh, it's hot out here. I'm like, dude, I've
Yep.
been working in a warehouse all day. I know.
He's like, it's so hot out here. My fingers are slipping off the buttons trying to text this.
Exactly.
At least you got AC. At least you got AC, Jeff.
Nope. No AC whatsoever. We're in
I
a
think
hot ass building with
Not me.
fans. That's
I
about
have
it.
to wear a jacket at work from time to
Yes,
time.
I know. Yeah, Chop commented on my post the other day about how hot it was.
Industry says peanut butter is gross and chocolate is for girls. Gordettos.
Oh, well, peanut butter chocolate won the bet. Saying this, your fucking thing came too.
Now this one sucks. I love
Okay.
both these.
This
I love
one's
both
not.
these. No,
Well,
Oreos.
I'm going to Oreos.
Oreos sits on Pringles. Come on.
I have to
Oreos,
agree.
yes.
Like, well, it's plain Pringles. I like the barbecue Pringles. They have different
Yes.
flavors, but the original Pringles or Oreos, give me a fucking cookie with my fat.
They do,
Give
bro.
me Oreos. Oh,
I would pick Oreos over Pringles too.
this is easy. Chips Ahoy. I'm not.
Yeah, Chips Ahoy. Once again, cookie, fat.
Yeah. I mean, bro, look, I love a Fig Newton. I'm not going to lie. I do like Fig Newtons, but Chips Ahoy, it's the best chocolate chip cookie besides them famous anus ones. Famous anus are small. Man, how
Crip
you
wants
going
you
to
to
put
know I
Krispy
now
Kreme
go
in
by
some dry
I now
ass
go by
peanut butter
Honky
crackers?
Kong.
Yeah, I have no idea what he means by that.
That's my nickname. Is Honky Kong.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're Honky Kong? Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm not a
I'm
big
so
Krispy
white.
Kreme guy. I got to go pee, but give me toast and cheese peanut butter. Those are really good.
Dude, this to me,
Over a
like
fucking
for a
Krispy
snack,
Kreme.
I feel like Krispy Kreme donuts is not a snack. It's like a whole meal. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm a
Oh,
fat
dude,
guy. It's a snack.
I'm going donuts. Give me
I'm
Krispy
going
All right, I'll
Kreme.
go donut. I'll go donuts too, but I do like crackers for like like when I'm trying to lose weight and shit. Like,
Because
Cracker
you're
for a
fucking
cracker.
honky kongs. Sure, you love crackers.
I say cracker for a cracker.
I mean,
Honky Kong loves crackers. Yeah.
Honky Kong doesn't love crackers. Get
Cheese
real.
it. Give me Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I'm going Cheez-Its on this one too.
This is tough. This is a little tough. I'm okay with Cheez-Its, but I like popcorn in general. It's not even the flavor. Like, popcorn's a quick little healthy snack.
I love
but yeah,
popcorn.
Cheez-Its is better. They have extra easy Cheez-Its and stuff too.
I like the original.
Oh, Cheez-Its. Oh, come on. We got to
Oh,
get Cheez-Its.
oh,
I
Reese's.
like the
Reese's. Love Reese's.
Reese's.
yes. Oh, Reese's over Hershey's in a heartbeat. This is not.
I
even
think
a
I'm picking
question.
Snickers. I mean, Hershey's because I have the
Well,
control.
you're the only one. Don't do it. We all said Reese's over her.
Reese's.
Oh, come on.
We all said Reese's.
Reese's.
Yeah, but you can just dip this in some peanut butter.
No, you don't have to. It's already got peanut butter in it. That's why Reese's are better.
Oh, Snickers.
Well, no,
Snickers.
have you ever seen the Parent
Mars
Trap where
bars
they use
great
Oreos
to
with peanut butter?
fry.
That's really good.
Does anybody do they even sell Mars bars anymore?
Yeah, I was gonna say Snickers all day. Come on,
Snickers.
man.
Snickers, baby. Give me the Snickers.
I agree, but like Mars bars, like Snicker came out with their own Mars.
Twix.
It's got some goddamn Milky Way. What the fuck
Twix.
kind of Milky Way is that?
What the
Well,
hell
actually-
is that?
The
Must be the one they sell in bread.
The Twix I like better the peanut butter Twix. Oh, that's elite.
Well,
But
they're
I'll
not
take-
up here, Jeff. You can
About-
probably see this is regular.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I
just saying.
don't have an
I like
opinion on this. I don't
Twix.
care for either of them. I don't think I've had
Twix.
either of them. ever.
Twix.
I would
Give me
go
Twix.
Milky Way.
Twix.
I like a Milky Way.
Greg, you're the tiebreaker. Twix or Milky Way?
We got the chat
Yes.
too.
Twix.
What's
Wait,
the
is
chat?
this
say?
regular Milky Way? Whoa, time out.
Yeah,
What
regular Milky Way.
we're
It's just
referring to?
packaged weird.
Okay, regular Milky Way. Regular Milky Way. Never mind.
Boo.
Sorry, Jeff.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
fuck off, Jeff. Welcome to the show. What the fuck is Bounty?
I
Kit
have
Kat.
no idea. Kit Kat.
I don't know,
Really,
but Kit
man.
Kat and a weird. That's also a weird package for a Kit Kat, but
Bounty, is that like coconut stuff?
Yes, that's why I'm saying like I've never had Bounty, but if these two are laying there, I'm picking Bounty to try because I like
Hell no.
coconut.
Oh, I hate coconuts. I'm going Twix.
And Kit Kat's literally just
Or
like
Kit Kat.
crispy wafers and chocolate. It's
break me off a piece of that Kit Kat.
Kit Kat
bar.
bar. Oh!
Come on,
Kit
man.
Kat.
It's
Are we
delicious.
picking Kit Kat?
Yes.
Well, Greg, what did Greg say?
He said
I
Kit
said
Kat.
Kit Kat.
What the hell is that one?
Peanut butter
Toblerone.
M&Ms all day. I don't even know what the hell that is right there.
What is
Toblerone
that?
is really, really good, and it's got little bits of like what you call it, like from a Heath bar or a Score toffee. It's got
Yeah.
little bits of toffee in it. Peanut
The
The way
M&M.
Chop talks about some of these candy bars that none of us ever had is like a
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
chef, like Gordon Ramsay talking. He's like, it's got pieces of morsels
I'm
from the
Toblerone is highly underrated. I would pick peanut M&Ms over Toblerone.
I'm
but
picking peanut.
I would
I
pick
am picking
peanut M&Ms.
peanut M&Ms are the
Peanut butter-
best
peanut
M&M
butter.
that they make.
Radical Question said it's German
Peanut butter M&Ms are
hazelnut.
the best.
Oh, Rice Krispie
Ooh,
treats
this is
all day.
close.
Oh,
Nah,
the hell
fuck
no.
it.
Rice
This is
Krispie
Milk
treats.
Duds. This is
Uh-uh.
Milk Duds.
Oh, God. No.
I'm Rice
Krispie
Krispie treats.
Yeah.
Rice
Milk
Krispie
Duds.
all day. Rice
It's
Krispies.
right, Chop. I gotta go Rice Krispie treats, man.
Yes. Fuck off, Chop.
What's the
Chop,
chat say?
chop.
I
Majority
can make
rules,
I
brother.
can make better Rice Krispie treats at my house though. I can't make fucking Milk Duds here.
You don't need to. They're not that good.
Rice
Yeah.
Krispie treats
Why
are
would you
easy to
wanna
make at home.
those?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool
Oh,
Ranch.
Cool Ranch
Ranch.
Doritos.
This-
Cool Ranch
To be
Doritos.
fair, we're only through one side of the bracket of the second round. We have to do
yeah.
one whole
geez.
side and then a whole second side. So, Chop, we got to power through this because you got
Well,
to
here.
Cool
Fuck
Ranch.
it. Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Funyuns.
This is
Cheetos.
tough.
Cheetos.
This is tough.
Onions.
This is tough.
Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Chop. I feel like Funyuns as well. This is a split vote. So chat.
Quickly.
Funyuns
Oh.
and Cheetos, chat.
I can't go back. I thought we were going fast.
No.
All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, it's Funyuns.
We're going goldfish on this.
Go,
No way.
buddies. Muddy
Muddy
buddies.
buddies.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't
Goldfish
care.
are
I
like
don't
the
care,
worst
so.
cheese flavored snack. What the
They
fuck?
are. No, Chop, they are, man.
Why are you playing a
God
commercial?
damn it.
I don't know. Commercials play every once in a while.
I
When
don't
you
know,
got a good
Jeff.
show,
We
Jeff.
just do it for the hell of it. Jeff. Oreos.
I don't know that.
I don't know. This
You-
is close.
yeah.
I like
You
both.
walked into that one,
I
fucker.
did. That was good.
I like them both.
Both
I
of them
like
are good, but I
both
gotta
of
go
these.
Oreo.
Chips
Oreo.
Ahoy. Chips
I like
Ahoy.
both.
It depends
Oreo.
on the mood.
Oreo.
Right now,
I
what
know,
you
Dale. I know, but I gotta go
I would
Oreo.
probably say Chips Ahoy.
That's me too.
I'm
What'd you
Oreo.
say, Jeff?
Oreo.
Greg?
Chat.
Oreo.
Chat.
We need
Chat.
chat.
First comment. Oreo or Chips Ahoy. First comment wins.
First comment
Chips
wins.
Ahoy or Oreo.
Did you say it's Chips Ahoy?
Industries did say Oreos unless
Oreo.
it's Chewy Chips Ahoy, Industries said.
Sindustry says Oreos unless it's
Well, that's not really an answer.
Oreo wins.
What? Yeah, it's
Oreos
original.
wins. It
Oreo
wins.
wins. There we go. Ooh.
Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I'm picking cheese.
Yeah, I'd say Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its, I think it's more of a snack.
Uh,
So.
I'm
Suck it,
dying
Jeff.
to sell. I'm going.
I'm taking
Reese's.
Snickers.
Reese's.
Reese's.
I like
Oh, God, no.
both. I
Reese's.
know, this is
No,
close.
Snickers.
Reese's.
This is close.
Reese's is the best damn candy bar or candy
Well,
snack.
I know
First of
Snickers
all-
I have at number one. Reese's is number two. I gotta go Snickers.
Oh, you got
Snickers.
crazy
First
hell.
of all, that
What?
Reese's, the original Reese's isn't the best Reese's they have. Reese's Sticks is the best
Exactly.
Reese's they have.
No, actually, like Reese's, like
I'll
the
go
holiday
Snickers. I
ones,
gotta
you
go
know, like
Snickers.
Reese.
Yeah. Oh, Christmas tree.
Reese eggs for Easter.
Yes, the eggs.
Reese Christmas
Easter eggs are
trees
the
for
best.
Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. It's the best candy around. Reese's. They're awesome.
the
This
Easter
is
eggs
the
are
original,
the best.
original Reese's
It's
versus
still
Snickers.
delicious. I got a bag of it in my fridge upstairs. I'm killing.
Milky Way. Milky
Oh
Way or
God,
Kit
Kit
Kat.
Kat. Kit Kat.
Milky Way.
I've never been a Milky
Kit
Way.
Kat. Kit Kat.
It's the tie again. First
Yeah,
first
God dang it.
comment.
All right, who's the
Kit Kat.
chat?
Kit Kat.
I say Milky Way. First
Come on, Chad.
comment. Milky
Greg,
Way
what'd you
is
say?
Sour Patch
crazy,
Kids
man,
are
with the
coming
caramel
Trevor,
and the
we're not talking
nougat.
about either of those.
Come on,
Hold on,
Kit Kat.
Kit
It's
Kat.
like crispy wafers and
Kit Kat.
chocolate. Milky Way's got the caramel.
Kit Kat or
the
Milky
nougat,
Way, chat.
chocolate.
First one to respond.
It's so good.
I said Milky
Greg,
Way.
you said Milky Way? Oh, fuck you, Greg.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck me
Kat.
too.
Fuck you too.
I said Milky Way. Fuck you guys.
Fuck you and your ass, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
fuck you and your ass, honky
He got
tonk.
Pacific there.
Anybody say yet?
No. I guess it's hard to
No,
say.
it's Sour Patch.
Kit
We're
Kat
not
or
talking
Milky
Sour
Way?
Patch Kids or gummy bears.
Sour Patch Kid.
Milky Way.
Sour
or-
Patch Kids
or
is
Kit
coming
Kat.
up on the next on the next side. We gotta get through
This side first. We gotta
Chat,
get winner
Kit
on-
Kat or Milky Way. We're not talking Sour Patch Kids.
It's Milky Way.
Hey,
in
Dale,
five-
Dale, I'll give you a Sour Patch. I'll give you a Sour Patch,
A
Dale.
Sour Patch or Sour Patch?
Sour Patch.
a brown
All
patch.
right.
All right,
Sour Patch.
Chop, you have the control. So
Hey,
Kit Kat,
No.
Kit Kat,
Oh,
there it
Kit
is.
Kat,
what's
Kit
in
Kat,
Kit
Kit
Kat?
Kat wins.
Kit Kat. Damn
Kit
it.
Kat.
I clicked the button and then it came through and said Kit Kat.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
That's
Oh.
Peanut
I
M&Ms.
swear,
Peanut
you
M&Ms.
said you got the
Peanut-
thing.
no,
I
I
hit
did.
it, and then you said Kit
I believe
Kat.
you.
Ah.
Peanut
Because I
M&M.
wanted Oreo and I wanted Chips
Oh, yeah.
Ahoy. I'm trying to do it unbiased.
Peanut M&Ms.
This one, I would pick peanut M&Ms every
Sure.
fucking day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
all
pick
right.
Reese's
All right,
every
that's
fucking day. You
clear.
guys are,
We all agree on this one?
yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Doritos.
Doritos.
Ooh,
Cool
I would
Ranch.
take
This is
Doritos,
tough.
Cool Ranch.
No, not even close.
I would- I
Okay,
really
fine,
love
fine,
Dale.
fine.
On a regular
No,
basis,
no,
I would
I'm
go
okay
Doritos.
with it.
I really like both of those. You know.
So do I. If only I was still getting high, Funyuns would be the top rank.
I get high. I get high. Oreos. I get high.
Oreos. Oreos. This is not
Yeah,
even a
Oreo.
question.
Oreos
also.
Oreos.
Oreos.
I will say Oreos
Yep.
for Sarah.
Cheese it.
Snickers.
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 You guys are the Snickers. Jeez.
Basically, I was on the fence, but when Jeff said cheese,
M&M's.
Milky Way. I'm gonna go Milky Way.
What
Nope.
the fuck?
peanut
Yeah,
M&Ms.
M&M's.
Yep.
Thank
yeah,
you.
M&Ms.
All right.
All
Dude.
right. Go.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm taking the.
Oh God, it's two different good ones.
I'm
I'm
taking
going
can't
with
do
Cool
this.
Ranch Doritos.
I'm going
I'm
with
going
Oreo.
with Cool Ranch Doritos.
I gotta go
also.
Cool Ranch, man. I gotta go Cool
yeah.
Ranch.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Going with
M&M.
peanut M&Ms.
Snickers.
M&M's.
Oh,
Snickers.
Come on.
Oh, we got a tie.
All right. All right, we got
Fuck
tie.
Snickers.
or
Snickers.
peanut
I lost
M&Ms?
Reese's. Reese's is the best candy on here, and you guys got rid of it. So now.
It is
First
not the
one
best
in
candy
chat.
on here.
Snickers
Jeff.
or
You can
peanut
see by
butter
the
and peanut
votes.
M- Snap! Sinatra said Snickers. Sinatra said
Sinatra
Snickers.
said Snickers. Snickers wins. Snickers wins.
Yes.
Boo.
Yes.
Well, it doesn't
Oh,
win this
God.
one.
Didn't win yet. We got to pick here.
Cool Ranch.
No,
I
it
gotta
won.
go
I'm
Cool
saying it
Ranch.
won
I
that.
gotta go Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch.
All right. I'm outvoted.
All right.
I would vote Snickers.
So
but
cool.
I
Oh, God, I love a
Cool Ranch
Fifth
Doritos,
Avenue.
too.
Oh, Tootsie Roll.
Yes.
Fifth Avenue is so good.
Right. Greg, did you ever have a Fifth Avenue? I remember a year
Never
ago
in my
we
life.
talked about this.
Oh,
You still haven't had one?
I never recalled that.
go get one, Greg. I'll wait.
It's so good.
My friend, just go
It's
get.
better-
Just say Fifth Avenue. I don't even like
Yeah,
Tootsie
Fifth
Rolls, really.
I don't like either one of them, so.
Oh,
I
Fifth
don't
Avenue is so good.
So
I don't-
good.
Yeah,
Baby
I'm going
Ruth.
Whopper.
Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth.
Yeah.
No, I hate Maltese.
I abstain from voting like that Reese bitch on the Bengals.
Yeah.
These both suck, so I don't care.
Yeah, same.
Well, then it's
Baby
1-1. Whoppers against Baby Ruth. So we need a tiebreaker. Malted
I
milk
thought
balls
Whoppers or
or
Baby Ruth, chat.
shitty
Whoppers or
Snickers.
Baby Ruth. Pizza combo. We're not talking about pizza combos, Trev.
Sounds
Baby
like you
Ruth
said
or Whoppers, Chef?
Huh? Whoppers?
Whopper. I said Whoppers. Yes.
There you go.
Whoppers wins.
Oh,
Laffy
Airheads.
Taffy or Airhead?
I hate Laffy Taffy.
Airheads.
Laffy Taffy's my
There's
vote.
no banana Laffy Taffies on here, Chop.
Banana
Airheads.
It's Laffy Taffy in general, Greg, and I take Laffy Taffy just because of the banana one.
Airheads.
I like that song.
I'm an
Oh,
Airhead.
that Laffy Taffy. Oh, that Laffy Taffy. You guys never heard that? But no, I pick Airheads as well.
All right,
Airheads wins.
it does. Fruit roll-ups.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
They have
Jolly
some
Ranchers.
tattoos.
Jolly
Jolly
Ranchers
Ranchers.
for me. Jolly
Yeah,
Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers is elite. I like
Jolly
Jolly
Ranchers.
Ranchers.
It
Yeah.
is
We
not.
did,
Jolly
when I was
Ranchers
in
is some
school,
kind of fucked up hard
every
candy.
pizza
you
had
can't
Jolly
chew.
Ranchers.
Candy,
That's
man.
the
You
best.
pop one of those in.
Yeah. For roll-ups, I got to sit
I
there and
love
tear it
Jolly
off and all
Ranchers.
that stuff. It's- Yeah.
They have
Twizzlers.
mouth tattoos.
Oh,
Twizzlers!
no, Twizzlers.
Oh.
Bite-sized cookies. I don't know.
I'm going with the
Twizzlers.
cookie.
It's not with cookies again.
The Creamer's cookies.
I'm not a huge
Cookies for
licorice
me.
fan.
Oh,
Who said
I like
cookies?
Twizzlers, Jeff, but I got to go with the
Cookies.
cookies.
Cookies for me.
I'm the only one
Okay.
that likes Twizzlers. Like,
Yeah, cookies.
All right,
Wow.
two of my favorite snacks, Reese's and Twizzlers. You both, all of you shit
Nerds.
on them.
Well, it's not
I
our
gotta go
fault.
Mike
Your
and I.
taste buds
Mike
are
and I.
fucked
Nerds.
up.
Nerds.
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 Yeah, I'll say nerds.
All
also.
right, nerds. Just go nerds.
If it was
If that was hot tamales,
tamale,
I'd pick that.
yes. Boom.
Yeah.
Finish my
Now, I'm
sandwich,
just Sour
Dale.
Patch Kids.
No! Sour Patch Kids. all
Sour
day,
Patch
every day.
Kids.
Let me tell you something. Recently, I have discovered butter on a Pop-Tart. And so for that reason, I'm
Yeah,
picking
but
Pop-Tart.
but
I
that's
understand
not
it's going to be
it's not-
Sour Patch Kids, but I recommend everybody tonight make a Pop-Tart, put some butter on it.
So, what's your Pop-Tart of choice?
My Pop-Tart of choice, I
Oh,
just
Dale,
ordered
I
the
don't-
cherry
I'm
Pop-Tart.
Swedish Fisher.
Oh, I like the
I love
brown sugar
Cracker
one.
Jacks.
I
Oh,
have
brown
brown sugar. I've been
Oh, dude,
putting
that is
honey
good.
on the brown sugar ones because that's all we have. But
That's
I
good.
ordered some cherry ones just so I could try the butter on them.
So I hate
Guys,
Cracker
I
Jack,
totally
so
think so.
I'm going Swedish Fish here. I don't like Cracker Jack.
I've never ate any flavor of Pop Tart.
How
Oh,
the fuck
dude.
can you even root for baseball and pick Cracker Jacks after Swedish Fish? That's fucking not even impossible. Buy
Yeah.
me some Swedish fish and
Swedish
Swedish
Fish are
fish.
good.
I don't like
good
Cracker
after
Jacks. It's
the
pretty
movie,
easy.
so I gotta go
Cracker
with
Jacks
Cracker
is
Jacks.
good. It's caramel corn with nuts in it.
I don't
Yeah,
like
I gotta
caramel
go
corn.
Cracker
I don't
Jack.
like your nuts.
So I vote Cracker Jack. Jeff
I
votes
abstain
Swedish Fish.
once again. I don't. fuck
Jeff
with
or
either of them.
Dale
Cracker
abstains.
Jack 2-1.
You're doing good, Jeff.
Oh, Nutter Butters. Nutter Butters.
Oh,
Nutter
man.
Butters. I like Twinkies so much. Nutter
I'm going
Butters.
Twinkie.
Twinkies. Come on. That's
Nutter
I was gonna say Twinkies.
I
Twinkies.
love
Even though
Nutter
they're
Butter.
I love
they're
Nutter
not
Butters.
that good.
Nutter Butter, literally one of my favorite cookies, but Twinkie, come on, man.
Yeah,
All
I mean, I'm with you on that, child. I love Nutter Butter, but Twinkies.
I gotta go
Skittles.
Skittles.
That
That
one
was
was
an easy
easy.
one.
Combos.
Combos.
Oh,
100%.
man.
Combos.
I like
Those
the
pizza
combos.
combos. Oh my God, those are good.
Combos are the best gas station food, along
Especially
with
the
jerky and Red
pizza
Bull.
ones.
See,
Combos
I look at combos like the treats I give my dogs. So I would have said
Yeah,
lifesavers,
the
but-
sausages or whatever.
Sausages. They're good.
Well, regardless, tell your dog
three
that he
best
won
gas
this
station
vote.
foods. 3 best gas station food ingredients: combos, Red Bull, and jerky. But whatever.
Ooh, Fifth Avenue.
Fifth Avenue.
Fifth
Not a
Avenue,
question,
whatever.
Fifth Avenue. Yeah.
Airheads. Would you
Jolly
put
Ranchers.
on this?
Jolly
I would
Ranchers.
say Jolly Ranchers.
It's
Jolly
2-2.
Jolly Ranchers.
2-2.
Jolly Ranchers. All right, chat. Jolly Ranchers or Airheads?
Yeah, I'm just not a Jolly Rancher
First
fan.
comment. We're moving on because this is the hard hitting shows, you know.
I know.
Airheads or Jolly Ranchers, chat. So now she said Jolly Ranchers.
You don't need Orlando Brown Jr., Jeff. You need snack face
The
off.
cookies. I got to go with the cookies.
I would
Yeah.
also go with the cookies on this.
Cookies. Cookies.
One. All right.
All right.
What would
I
your
was a little
vote be?
split. Like, I like nerds, but I don't like them that much. No,
Yeah.
I'll go with cookies.
I gotta tell you, though, Nerds there's a gummy nerd where they're like gummies coated in nerds. Those fucking things are next level.
Nerd ropes are pretty good. The nerd ropes.
I'm telling you, try those gummy nerds, bro.
The nerd ropes chop where you can put it's like this.
I can't see you. Hold on.
I got to go
Yeah,
with Sour
it
Patch.
was
All right, now I can see you.
Sour
What's it
Patch
like?
Kids.
Sour Patch.
Oh,
Like
now I gotta go
this.
back to that.
Sour
Oh,
Patch.
oh yeah, I like that motion. You're right. I do like them nerds. Sour Patch.
Sour Patch.
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids.
Twinkies.
All day.
Twinkies.
I was gonna say Skittles, honestly.
Combos.
Combos.
I don't even remember these goddamn Welch's fruit snacks coming up before.
I didn't either. I didn't even know we
Did
voted
they
on
get
Yeah.
there?
What did
I
you
know
do,
you
Chop?
No, because they were in the thing all by themselves. There was nothing against them.
But come on, combos.
I think. All right.
Yeah, I don't care.
Jolly
Fifth
Ranchers.
Avenue.
Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly
Fifth
Ranchers.
Avenue. Fifth Avenue. All right,
Chat.
chat. Fifth Avenue or
Ah!
Jolly Rancher?
They said Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Ranchers or Fifth Avenue,
No,
chat?
no one said
They
anything
haven't said
yet.
anything yet. They haven't said anything yet.
Fifth
All
Avenue
right,
is
chat.
so
First
good.
comment between
First
a Fifth
comment.
Avenue and a Jolly Rancher.
Fifth Avenue is
That's
so
the
good.
one.
Something golf said Jolly
Jolly.
Ranchers.
T
Is
Stout,
Jolly
man.
Rancher?
Taylor Stout.
Sinatra said Jolly Rancher,
It's
too.
industry. Yep, Jolly Rancher moves on.
All right.
Hey, R.I.P. Fifth Avenue, but I love you.
I
I'm
gotta
taking
go with the cookies. I like
Cookies.
the cookies.
Also cookies.
Cookies.
Oh
Man, there was better cookies on the other side.
There was.
I agree.
I agree with you. There
Man, the
was.
Sour Patch Kids burned my tongue out.
I'm just not a sour candy guy.
That's fair. Ace Industries, me and you will die on our island of Sour Patch Kids.
I gotta go
Oh,
Twinkies.
Twinkies.
I love combos,
Twinkies.
but I gotta go
T Stout
Twinkies.
said Sour Patch Kids too. Come on. I know.
Twinkies.
Twinkies.
I'll go Twinkies of the two, but I think, man, this is looking this
Cookies.
Cookies.
Shit,
Cookies.
Cook-
I don't care.
This side sucks.
Whatever.
This side does suck.
So,
Cut down on the cigarettes. Swedish fish.
oh, this is
bacon.
Twinkies.
Trust me.
Twinkies.
Twinkies.
Send me one.
Twinkies.
Okay, sure. What couldn't the good
Twinkie.
Ooh, on that?
Oh, Cool Ranch versus
No,
Twinkies.
man,
Twinkies.
Cool Ranch. Cool
this
Ranch.
is the final. This is the
Yeah, this is
champion.
it. This is
Cool
the
Ranch burrito.
finale.
Oh,
I gotta
God.
go Cool
This
Ranch.
is a terrible champion.
Bro,
I'm going
I'm
Cool
going
Ranch
Twinkies.
Doritos.
Come on.
Jeff,
God. Man, this is hard. I love both.
Jeff
of these.
loves Twinkies, man. They're shaped like a penis and filled with cream.
All right. On that note, I'm going Cool Ranch.
All right, so what is it, chat? What is it, chat?
And the chat
Listen, that's
said
the
Cool Ranch.
Cool
Ranch,
Ranch.
bitch.
Cool Ranch
Ranch.
wins.
yeah.
Tika,
Cool Ranch
Golf
Chat
Ranch,
is
Ranch,
wrong.
Ranch.
Champion is
Yes.
Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch.
Yes. Cool Ranch. Yes.
We did it.
This is a great day in
We did it,
American
boys.
history.
It's a great day in America.
We We made America great again here with Cool Ranch.
Hey, look, though.
Greg.
If I was everybody, I would stop on my way, and if you're not going anywhere, run out real fast, get a bag of Cool Ranch, and get a Twinkie, and then go home, and you're going to have a great night. It's going to be the best weekend ever if you started off the night with Cool Ranch Doritos and fucking Twinkies. I'm getting some on my way to work, man. Fuck it.
This is a great day in America here, everybody.
Great day in America.
I figured it out, and I'm going to see at
fuck,
UDF
boys.
they got in them nerd ropes like you're talking about, Dale. I need a nerd rope.
If there's any way we can do local Cincinnati,
Get your nerd ropes like this.
I need a nerd rope. Oh, tasty
Hey,
nerd.
Taylor. Hey, Taylor says, and this ain't for me.
Salt
'cause
and
I don't
vinegar
fucks with
wings.
no salt and vinegar. Yeah, but y'all.
I would love to try that.
I try it.
yeah.
Maybe those could be the Zeus wings.
For me.
Yeah, we need to get with Tim and Nicole and tell them that Zeus wants some wings.
Well, when we did it with Corey, they asked what flavor Corey liked.
He needs to get with them. Yeah, he needs to get with them, Jeff. Like,
Yeah.
bro.
He needs to go
I
up there
appreciate
and
you putting
order
all these
some wings
comments
and
up.
go.
And shout out to you. But I was gonna say, shout out to Jeff for fucking having Zeus on, dude. It was a great show. I was interacting in the chat, and like everyone, if you didn't check that out, go to Sports with Strawberry Ice and check out the show he did today with Game On 513. Love Game On.
He was so excited, dude.
Orlando Brown Jr.
Orlando Brown.
Game On was. I think Game On needed to change his pants.
Malik's killing it too. Like Malik
dude.
had him on, and he's got Joe Mixon coming on, and he had P on. So shout out Malik for all the things he's doing.
Yeah.
Well, you guys had Orlando on before I did, so shout out to you guys. You got him on a couple months ago, so
That's right. Shout out to us.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
Greg,
Jeff, that was a
really.
great episode.
Shout out to
brother.
Greg.
Thanks, man.
And
Greg
it was awesome.
does more beat his meat. He beats the pavement constantly looking for guests for the show.
Oh, no, but Chop, you became his best friend that day
That's
when I
true.
took you
I
to meet him
befriended
one
him.
time.
Yeah, but you didn't even wake up and watch Jeff's show. You were sleeping today.
I was sleeping. I'm going to watch Jeff's show on my way in.
Not a very good best friend. in my
I know.
opinion.
Well, Orlando knows I got a schedule. So he called me and I told him, go ahead because it's Jeff and I like Jeff. Go ahead and do one, even though I won't be awake. Because he was asking me, he was like, there might be another day where I can go later where you can be up.
So full
And
of
I'm
shit.
like, look, Jeff's been fucking crying about not having you on his show and constantly like, how'd you guys get him on your show? And I said, so go ahead and just do 1 o'clock and I'll just listen on my way into work. And he was like, are you sure, Chop? And I said, Zeus, bruh, do this for Jeff. And he's like, I will do it for you. I will do it because you asked me to. I will do this for your friend Jeffrey.
Yeah.
And I said, thank you, sir. And that's what, and then it worked out, Jeff. I didn't want to tell you that.
I appreciate it, Chop.
I hope that doesn't put a
appreciate
blow
it.
on your ego.
It
but-
does.
This guy's so full of shit, man.
Yeah.
So full of shit.
So I appreciate it, Chop. I'm glad you had to set that up for me.
Whatever I can. You want me to put in a word with fucking Joe Burrow? I can do that.
Yeah,
too.
yes.
I'll
Kindly,
call him.
Would you please?
I'll call him, but he's a very private person, you know.
Yeah, I've heard.
I'll
right,
have a
Chop.
talk with him. See what I can
Chop, go take your fucking shit. I'm gonna keep this thing rolling with these two guys for a few minutes. Even though Greg's like, I'm out too. No, Greg, we're gonna keep it rolling a few more minutes. Chop, go take your shit.
do. I've shit and shower.
Oh, you're good.
We'll do both.
I have to go to work.
Oh no, you have to do those things, right?
You have to poop, shower, get dressed,
I
and
know.
go to work.
Yeah.
It fucking
All right,
sucks
we're
for
gonna
me.
do that. But thank you for fucking staying on 15 minutes extra than normally when you got to work. That's
What I
said.
do
I'm
when
getting you.
I remember it's Friday. This is what I do.
Yeet. Yeet.
Love
All
you,
right.
brother.
Well, I love you guys, and I love everybody in chat. Love the Brew Crew, and see you guys on Monday.
Hey,
Love you, bro. Bye.
What
Yeah, I
happened?
just wanted to.
I fucking came right back.
I was kicking. All right. Well, I was kicking you out. All right.
He kicked
him
All
out.
right,
himself out.
then I'll leave.
Is he on that, Miley?
Yeah, he's.
Are we sure?
No, I was trying. I knew he had to work. And that's why we were powering through that list because we talked 45 minutes about. Supper is hard, Jeff. You know this. You do a show 5 days a week.
That's why I talk. That's why I try to talk Reds.
When you're
and when I
talking
talk
Bengals,
Reds, nobody watches it when I talk Reds.
Well, guys, there's something else to discuss. So the lease happened. The Bengals are staying. They're not going to San Antonio. They're not going to St. Louis. They're staying here. We can all chill. They're fixing the escalators, by the way. I wanted to tell that to Chop. They're fixing the escalators.
We're in for the fight of our lives. We're in for the fight of our lives. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Just happy it all got straightened out. Hamilton County, thank you. I mean, they said at one point they didn't think something was going to get done. We thought we were going to have some thought we were having to use one of those 2-year extensions. But hey, we're here till at least 2036, and with another additional 10 years, 2040. Hell, I might be dead by that time. Just kidding. We ain't going.
Like, I got better shot being dead than you did by then. I'm older than you. By the way, was that Cocaine Bear we just heard from?
God damn.
Cocaine Bear, where have you been at? I've missed you.
He's
They
hiding.
killed me off because I was the best character in a movie that anyone's ever seen.
How much cocaine did you actually partake in that movie?
Oh,
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta pee.
Cocaine Bear, you ran Greg off.
you could piss in my mouth, Greg. And I'd snort it. I'd snort it like the cocaine.
What you're
that's
saying,
Cocaine
Greg?
Bear.
You're saying Cocaine Bear. You're saying Greg pees cocaine. Is that what you're saying?
Greg is the biggest drug dealer on the east side of Cincinnati.
Is that's your hookup right there, is Greg?
Wait, is Greg on the west side?
No, he's on the east side.
Oh, so I was correct.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
Cocaine
like
Bear.
I said.
No, when since I have you, like I said, it's been a couple of years since you've been on the show. You're on Bill Up to the Bar a couple of years ago. Are they going to have a Cocaine Bear 2? Because it was I'm surprised he didn't win an Academy Award, to be honest.
Well, they wanted me to go to Diddy parties. They wanted me to fucking put baby oil on my body, and I said, no.
So you didn't go to so you're not in the Diddy videos?
No.
Did they ever have to lube you up for the any of the action footage you did on the show?
I can't do it. The voice isn't here. The voice isn't here tonight. I'm not that drunk yet. Billy Up to the Bar. It'd be like midnight. We'd be recording those shows. Good God.
Hey, Greg's back. You missed Cocaine Bear.
I know. I heard him.
Oh man. Yeah. You put the link out. You guys want links? You put some links out.
Put some links out.
Yeah. Put it in the chat. Talk a little bullshit. Great. Well, maybe. I got to figure out how to do this. I'm not very smart.
All you do is hit the invite guests.
I know it's easier with a mouse. I've got a laptop and it's not one to do it.
I got you. TS out in golf says check your DMs, Dale. He or she is sliding into your DMs.
Hey, Dale, I forgot to tell you, I actually have dinner he ordered around 5:10 and all that and stuff. I totally forgot.
All right, buddy. See ya.
See you, buddy. Sorry. See you guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Is that a cock ring, Taylor? I sent Taylor a link through the DM. He sent me a cock ring.
That's weird.
It's not. I assume it's probably a wedding ring, and it has Houday engraved on the inside, which is cool.
It's very cool.
But it's a much cooler story if I say it was a cock
No, definitely. Yeah, I would much be much more interested if it's that.
It was a cock ring, wasn't it? Is that your cock ring?
It's my no, but maybe.
Did you just wake up?
No, I've been bouncing around all day, getting ready for wedding season, brother. Just paying things off.
Ah.
I don't even know where the Iceman go. He's gone out here too.
No, I'm hiding. Just like Dale.
Right.
No, stop. I'm just ripping a heater ice. You know what I'm doing.
Well, I just want to be like Dale and hide.
No, I don't come out of hiding, but so Mr. Ice, so I'm a golf professional, and this is my busy season.
Ah,
So
I got you.
I'm like full psycho up here. I live in New Hampshire, and
Fans everywhere.
bro, you have no idea what my life is like when it comes to these fucking absolute awful people. I had a member come in the other day with their guest and look at me and tell me that my team has no chance, they suck, this and that, and then he ends the conversation with, "Wait, so who's your quarterback?"
You don't even know what you're talking about then. Joe
I'm
Burrow.
like, "All right, non-ball knower. On to the next one." Like, my God.
We got somebody. He's kind of good. His name's Joe Burrow. He's all right.
Yeah, no, like I mean these like Chop and Dale and Greg and these guys, like I got to know them, like, I mean, decently through the internet the past couple of years. I mean, I'm a psychopath. Like I got Houday on the inside of my wedding band
I like it.
because I married this team when I was 6 years old.
There you go.
Cock ring. Inside of its cock ring.
It's a cocker. Yeah, exactly.
And the biggest question I get around here is, how did you become a Cincinnati Bengals fan? And I was like, I started playing youth football when I was 6 years old, and our jerseys were like identical to Cincinnati's. Like we were the same colors, like everything across the board. So I mean, it's kind of weird. It's like I'm from Vermont, and there's no real allegiances. And like with that state, like we're like the outlier of New England. So the biggest teams are obviously the Patriots,
Right.
the Dolphins, the Giants, the Jets, and the Raiders.
They all suck.
That's what's crazy. We all suck together, which is insane. Besides, obviously, the Patriots who have 6, but like, it's so
But
funny.
they can't
like,
say anything right now.
Correct. And like, my mom's a Bills fan, my dad's a Vikings fan. And that's what's funny is the day after my wedding in September is the Cincinnati Vikings game.
Ah.
So like we're gonna go down to my my fiance's family's lake house, and we're gonna sit there, watch the game with them, reminisce on the day before, and like, it's a blast. So
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Sounds like
so
a good
that's
time.
your wedding ring that's not on your finger yet because it's
correct.
you're not supposed to see it. That's back karma.
No, it's not. You got to get it.
Not for
before.
No,
guy.
I literally think that is only for like wedding dresses or whatever.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to see the
Yeah.
bride.
I mean, I gotta make sure it fits, right?
Yeah, no,
Duh.
I feel you.
Well, yeah.
But I gotta so hold on. So I think I actually have it.
It just depends on what your cock's feeling that day. If your cock fits on the cock ring or
So
not.
like here. So I'll pull this out because people think I'm like bullshitting, which is funny. You'd think that I'd end up wanting to be a Dolphins fan because that was our like a name, but this was that's my youth.
Nice.
Like yeah, we were the Dolphins.
That orange and black.
But I saw the orange and black, and like
The helmets, dude.
I saw John Kitna, and I was like, yo, he's cool as hell.
He's a high school coach here now.
Yeah, and like my first Cincinnati jersey was a John Kitna jersey. And I tell everyone here, I tell everyone here, you're welcome for Corey Dillon.
Exactly.
And I was very happy for Crowley that he got his ring, like with the team, and like because like he was a great. He's one of the greatest to ever do it for us.
One of
And
the great running backs of the '90s/2000s.
He
Like,
needs
hell
to be in
yeah,
the Hall of
man.
Fame. It's a sham. He's not in the Hall of Fame.
It's bullshit, is what it is.
That part.
facts.
But and I'll tell you, like I believe in like omens and like world coming together. So my first game,
I'll be back in a second. All right.
yeah, you're good. My first game in Cincinnati was 2 years ago when it was the T Higgins game. He catches it, like stretches across the line, like crazy
Oh, the
game against the
Vikings.
Vikings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that was
Hell yeah.
that was right in front of me. That whole thing. So I've been talking to this guy behind me, him and his wife, the whole game, and we're like talking ball, and I was like, yeah, this kid Chase Brown, like, just seems like an absolute dog. Like, I was like, his fucking thighs are so big. I'm like, this guy, like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm talking to his high school coach. It was him and his wife sitting behind me, and we're just talking the whole time. He's like, oh yeah, he's a weight room guy. He just loves the weight room, loves the weight room. I was like, well, I hope he stays here because we kind of saw the writing on the wall with how they were going to deal with Joe Mixon. I was like, this is Joe Mixon replacement, which ended up clearly being the case. But it was him, and then I was sitting with Miles Murphy's girlfriend. We're sitting with us too, which was like, I mean, my first time in Cincinnati was just, I was like, how did I just
Yeah.
end up with two of our
Random
draft
seats, yeah.
picks? Yeah, like girlfriends and wives that are hanging out with us, and they were like super nice people, and never ended up meeting Chase, ended up meeting Miles, which was very very cool, like
That's
great
awesome.
people. And then obviously that's when I found out, and he was like, oh, like my brother's in the league too. I was like, all right, like that's a whole thing. And now his brother has a ring too in Philly, so hopefully that keeps coming down the line, man, because my god.
But yeah, dude, Chase Brown, I had like a third round grade on. Like, I'm very into the NFL draft. I think everyone knows that.
Yeah,
And I'm
for
like,
sure.
that's a third round guy. Like, but it was almost like, did he carry too much of a load there? Like, Illinois, very good this year. But when he was at Illinois, he was the guy.
The
Like,
guy.
they're giving him 30,
Yes.
35 carries a game at times. And it's
Well,
like,
because
he's
they
not
had no one.
yeah, and he's not necessarily built like that, but like he ran good, and it's like I didn't necessarily know what he was still before he hit the. But then it took what that screen pass against the Colts,
Colts, yeah.
and he
The
took it
Colts
to the
were
house, and it's like,
Yep.
oh, this is yeah,
Yeah.
faster than people think, but the durability. That's what sucked that he got hurt last year. That's the only thing that
Well,
I'm still a little worried about with him. But I do love the Taj Brooks pick. I like
Oh, yeah.
bringing Samaje back and Zach Moss. Like, I thought Moss was gone.
Well, Taj Brooks, I saw multiple times, was graded number one pass blocker for running backs in this draft.
Yeah.
Like, he's a big body. And honestly, like the Chase Brown injury, that happened because he was trying to do the right thing for the team in a play. That wasn't like he was like, oh, he's fragile. It's like, no, it clicked in his head, I should go down because this will help the team win the game,
Yep.
and just rolled his ankle. It wasn't like
Shittiest of all
a
injuries
play.
to happen.
Yeah. He wasn't doing anything. It wasn't a play of like, oh, he's fragile. Like, no, he
agree.
realized he was making the right play, and he rolled his ankle.
Unfortunate incident.
Yeah.
But the way he played, like after Moss went down, and like people will shit on Zach Moss too, and it's like,
Zach
well,
Moss
why
was
wasn't
great.
Why wasn't Chase Brown playing more before? And it's like, because Zach Moss has been there, done that. Like, I get it. Like, plus the way Chase Brown is so explosive. But I do think the more carries, but now they know, so now it's like Chase Brown is the man, but you got all these other guys you can put in for short yardage, for goal line, for this, for blocking, for pass catching. Like,
here's where
I
think this team strives this year. Low key top 10 running back room in the NFL. Like people don't know. People don't realize. Like
Dude,
it's
Taj,
a lot better than people think.
Taj Brooks is going to be good.
He's gonna be fantastic.
I'm a big fan of his. I mean, and
If
that's
he
where
plays, I'm curious
Well,
to
see
see
that-
how much he
well,
plays. Ice.
that's where I'm thinking. Like, dude, if they let him play, I got a feeling he might move up to running back 2 by the time the season's over.
I'm
Just
not
my
gonna.
feeling.
I love Chase, but from what I saw, we could be talking RB 1.5.
Could be. I mean, just, like you said, like Dale said, it depends if they let him play, which they should.
Well,
But
his blocking ability.
yeah,
Well, it's not just that. So, like, when I watched him, he surprised me because I'm like, he gets a lot of yards, whatever, because that can be misleading. We've seen it with quarterbacks in Texas Tech system, and like he does get a lot of carries. But you watch him and you go, he's a bowling ball. You see that right away. He's
Right.
I can't remember the height off the top of my head, but he's like 230, 235. Like he's so thickly built and tree trunk legs, everything. It's like, oh, he's just gonna run up. So short yardage, blocking, check. But then as I watched the film, I go, I don't think people realize how much shake he has to his game. How much elusiveness he has to his game. Like some of the cuts he makes are at such an elite level that I'm like, with that size, with what he can do as a blocker, as a short yardage guy, but the way he could break a big run off because he can just put that foot in the ground in one cut and go the other way is special. Like I'm like,
yeah,
it was an incredible running back class, but getting
And
him
if
in the
his-
6th round,
Oh my God.
fantastic.
And if his blocking is as good as the grades say, you throw in a
always a question.
veteran and Chase Brown, who ended up being an underrated pass blocker, like
Yes.
did what he had to do,
Mhm.
and then you throw a little Samaje in the middle of that.
Mhm.
Like, man, if you're in like a third and long,
I agree.
like 3rd and 9, and you can put Joe in a shotgun with the 2 running backs on each side of him, and you got to say, hey, Jamar, hey T, hey Mike, someone go get a route where we can get something across the line. That's huge. If you get Joe 3.5 seconds in a pocket, let alone 2.5, we're getting a first down. Because one of those guys is finding a route to a first down.
Yep. I'm
And
not so
that's
much
a-
worried
that's-
about the
that's-
offense as the defense.
Correct.
We should talk a little defense here, but Jeff, can you run this for a minute? Because I'm going to go take a fucking piss, buddy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go take one.
I got you for a little bit.
So, Ice, let me tell you this.
What's up?
I think one of the best things that's happened is how unfortunate the defense was the first 14 weeks of this season.
Oh, dude, the defense played anywhere close to the way they did the last 5.
Yes,
we might have won the damn division.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I think it's one of the best things that happen when it comes to like fan bases looking at this team. Because they're like, oh, this defense. It's like, okay, well, did you see or watch the last 5 weeks?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just as dumb as Chris Candy on ESPN sitting there saying we're gonna miss Sheldon Rankins, which we're
Okay.
we're not gonna. I mean,
Sure.
we're not gonna miss Sheldon Rankins because he injured, hurt, whatever it was. He didn't play. He didn't do anything for us. I mean, those are the statements that drive me nuts. Like you don't know, 1, what you're talking about. 2, you didn't watch the team, and 3, you definitely didn't watch the last 5 games of the season when the defense played much better. Now the thing is, with the new defense coordinator we got, Al Golden, I'm excited to see him because I think he's going to he's going to have to get the most out of this defense because we got a lot of 1st and 2nd round picks on this defense that we spent draft capital on. That Lou didn't. 1, Lou wouldn't play him. 2,
No, that was the biggest problem.
Right, that's the biggest problem. When he did play him, if they made like Deja Anthony makes a great play in Kansas City, I still don't think it's a penalty.
No,
But
you got
then
cost.
yeah.
That wasn't
But
his
then
fault.
he plays him again. So I was like, you got to play these
Yeah.
guys.
And that's what that's like the
big.
biggest thing is you
Mhm.
have so much 1st, 2nd round capital in these guys, and they're still in their 1st and 2nd years of
Right.
playing.
Right.
And they're young, and I think that's what the NFL is trending to, especially on the defensive side of the ball, is younger guys that are fast, quick, getting to it, and the offensive side is more of like veteran guys. Like as much as Jamar and T are in their like third, fourth, fifth years of all this stuff, that's a vet. If once you're in your third year, you're a veteran.
Oh yeah.
That's the offensive side of it is like once you get offensive guys, they don't really change. Look at DeAndre Hopkins. As much as he's like older, people still value him as like, oh, he could be a great piece to unlock this offense. It could be this, whatever. That's not the same on the defense.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say this too is one thing that drives me nuts is I remember Kansas City when they won their back-to-back Super Bowls, they got all kinds of praise because they're rookies. Oh, they really developed them and they did great. Well, that's what you got to do in the NFL. You can't pay everybody.
Yeah,
that's what the Bengals are doing. You can't. I mean, we're so much money on the offensive side of the ball. Now, trust me, I wish they would have gotten some veteran defense or defensive tackles. I wish they would have done it, but they didn't. And like I've said this before on my show, I can see their vision. I see what they want to have. They're putting all their eggs in Al Golden to develop these first and second round picks that we have. And I mean, I don't personally like it. I'd rather go get some at least one or two veterans to help bring that along. But I at least see the vision. I don't see them pulling the oh crap handle this year. Like last couple of years, like we knew we were going to lose Jesse Bates, but we didn't know we were going to lose Von Bell. So they went, oh crap, and we got Mike Scott. And then last year, they for some dumb reason didn't think DJ Reader was going to leave. So they go, all right, let's go get Sheldon Rankins. Well, that didn't work. In my opinion, we haven't had that this year. I think it's been a plan, and they've stuck to it. Again, I don't really particularly like the plan, but at least I can see it, and I understand what they're trying to get out of it.
Yeah, and I agree. It's man, like we saw as soon as the younger kids got in the last 4 or 5 weeks this season, the defense looked faster.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. Is
they were reacting?
Yes, they're young. They got to learn this and that, but that's the point. Is they're not going to learn if they can't get into a game time situation.
Right, and the thing is,
practice is practice.
They were more reacting instead of thinking, and that's the thing. And
yes,
that's what you have to do when you. That's why you do all these reps and everything. You just react. You see, you read and react. It's not read, think, and then react. It's read and react. And that's what the defense has got to get to. And they started doing that toward the end of the season.
Yeah, and it's like the old Allen Iverson. We're not talking about a game. We're talking about
practice, man. Practice. Not the game I love. It's all practice.
Practice. And like it's all of a sudden, I mean, when Nick Scott got hurt 2 years ago and it was Jordan Battle on his rookie season, did he miss some like obvious like, yo, how'd you do that? He also made some plays where it was like, yo, this guy's flying to the ball at 1,000 miles an hour and trying to make a tackle.
Yeah, and then Lou goes, hey, we got Von Bell back. Let's play him.
Down. Honestly, the game that was the funniest, most frustrating game for me last year was the Tennessee game.
Yeah.
We should have won by 50.
Yeah.
By 50 in that game. And it was just like little things here and there, but that was the first game where it was like, oh wow, look at the young guys.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these young guys. Look at Dijon Anthony. Look at like he was injured at that point, but like not him, Dak or thinking about it doesn't matter. But man, it was just like you drafted these guys. Let them play.
Yeah.
Like let them play. I don't understand we paid this veteran $5 million. Cool. You have him there as a backup at that point to make sure that if the younger guys don't pan out, if they don't pan out, then you put them in. It doesn't mean they have to start because you paid them. And I think that was like the Blackburn's biggest, that's their biggest thing in their mind.
I more think it was a Lou thing because I mean, let's just.
I could see that too.
Let's look at Sam Hubbard. I mean, God loves Sam Hubbard. He's a great Bengal. But he was hurt. He was hurt from Jump Street last year, and Lou kept playing him. And I'm like, you have Joseph Osai, you have Miles Murphy. A number one pick at Miles Murphy, a first round pick at Miles Murphy. You're not playing. You're playing Sam Hubbard. I'm like, and I've had guys on my show. They're like, well, that's who Lou trusted. I'm like, why?
Why?
Why? He wasn't doing what he said to do.
like half of a top Sam Hubbard is what it was. And it's like, well, that's better than what? A first-round pick of Miles Murphy, a third-round pick Joseph Osai to get confidence. It makes no sense. Even Cedric Johnson, sixth-round pick, young guy, hungry.
Right. It made no sense. It's like, well, you don't know what you have. Well, of course you don't know what you have because you're not freaking playing them.
Exactly. No, God,
the only way to get better at football is playing football.
That's why Lou lost his job. That's the biggest reason why he lost his job, because he was so caught up in like, we got to play the veterans. Like, dude, no, you don't. No, you do not. You do not have to play the veterans.
No. And it'd be nice if he got some snaps off Trey, so he's not so exhausted at the end of the game. I mean, he's still got a motor that won't quit. But I'd like to see him even fresher, throughout the season. If you do that, and you got Miles Murphy, you got Joseph Osai, hopefully Shamar Stewart, they give him signed.
As much as I sat here, I'm looking at my fiance at pick 17, and I go, if they draft Shamar Stewart, I'm gonna drop to my knees and I'm gonna yell. But at the end of the day, you get him signed. He's the first, I guess, quote unquote, defensive end that played in the middle. On the inside. Like that's a fun wrinkle that they can throw in. That's what I like
about him. And shout out to this guy right here for educating me on him. But Shamar there, he can play inside, he can play outside. And just for the little bit I've seen from the bridge and different videos, Lou's gonna move guys around. Just for a secondary. Cam Taylor Britt was in the slot.
You mean Al?
Al. Al. Sorry. What did I say?
Lou.
Oh, Lou. Sorry. Al's going to move people around. He had Cam at inside corner. He's had him at safety. I think Dax Hill is going to play all of it. I think Dax, when he gets back to being healthy, I think he's going to play outside, inside. I think they're going to move him to safety sometimes too. I think there should be a lot more moving parts where guys – I think they even talked to Trey about playing on the other side too, which I don't think Trey's so excited about doing. But that's the thing is I think Al's going to move – guys, right, and he's going to do more matchups than Lou did, and that excites me about that.
Well, even like you see Myles Garrett when he stands up and does that in between the legs dribble.
Yeah, the crossover.
But it's like it's trying to confuse the offensive lineman, and the quarterback
so you don't know
what's coming. You don't know what's coming from where.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it. Like, especially if you're the Bengals and you're one of the worst defenses in the league, why not try to be creative with where you bring people from and what you do? Because right now, what you've done is sucked.
Yeah,
you line up in the base defense that you have. This guy's here, that guy's there, and everyone knows, and they know how to pick it apart.
If Trey played on both sides of the ball, on both sides of the edges there, and still had 17.5 sacks, he would be asking for $40 million a year.
Probably.
The fact that you're playing from one side,
he might be asking that now.
Yourself.
He might be asking for that now, to be honest.
Don't say that. That's
I seen something today. It was a Jay Has Stats, which Jay Morrison will be on the show Monday, so I'm going to have to ask him about this. Did you guys see that? I
have not seen it. He said he's putting it out, but I haven't seen it.
So it was when he's on Paul Dehner's show. So I want to give credit to all the people and all the shows where this is from. But he's talking about Trey only had one sack when the Bengals were trailing or tied.
Yes. He's talking about it on the podcast. Yes, I did hear that. Yes.
Yes. So like 16.5 of his sacks came when the Bengals were leading. I love Trey. I have been so pro Trey, sign Trey. 17.5 sacks is 17.5 sacks.
I've been saying
that stat is kind of crazy.
Right?
I've been saying it to myself.
I say that's where the Bengals, they see that stat. That's what they're going to throw in his face. Like, and the other thing Jay said too, that he got most of his sacks at the end of the game to close them out, which is great. That's cool. Right. But you want them more spread out. You want them at the beginning of the game and the end of the game.
To be fair, like if you're closing out games because you're winning,
but if you're
talking one thing,
I'm just talking contract negotiation. No, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Dude, my head is all over the place about this because I've been so pro Trey, like just pay him 17.5 sacks to 17.5 sacks.
Yeah.
But that did kind of throw me off.
I was at the Raiders game. 4 sacks. look at the team that it was against.
I know.
Mhm. Yep.
Like it's
They
that's
had like three
that's
guys injured that game. Like three
Yeah.
guys were injured. They were
I know.
mixing and matching, but he was dominated.
Yeah, he was
But
dominating, but it's like look who who you're playing against. Like cool, I had 4 sacks that game. It's like cool, man. You played against a piece of paper. Like that's really sweet. Let me tear one in half. Hey, I got a sack too. That's sweet.
Well, on that note, boys, Dale, I'm sorry, I got to get going. We're
no,
going to go
no
out.
worries. We've been almost on 2 hours. Appreciate you guys for hopping on.
You don't have to end it. You guys can sit there and hang out. I just got to go.
No, yeah, I'll talk to Taylor for a couple more minutes, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna end it. But
I appreciate you guys having me on here. I'm just a
thanks, Ice
boy
Man,
here
and
in New
everybody
Hampshire.
go check out Sports of Strawberry Ice's interview with Zeus today. Was incredible.
Thanks, brother. See you, man.
Love you, bro.
Nice meeting you there, Top Golf.
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Taylor. Yeah, I'll go.
Hey,
Taylor.
we
Nice
got to get you a logo with like Val Kilmer's face on it because you're the Iceman.
There you go. I like it. That's good. All right. See you guys.
All right, guys. See you.
See you, bro. All right,
Dale,
T
here we are
Stout.
again. Here we are again.
All right. We'll talk Shamar Stewart. We'll end it on this because I know everyone gets so mad. They're like, "You're talking Trey again. You're talking Shamar Stewart again." And it's like, what are we supposed to talk about? Like,
it's kind of a big deal.
It's kind of the only things that are hanging out there. I wish we had no distractions. Personally, for me, I wish we had no distractions.
We can talk. So I'll say one thing: Trey's gonna get signed. It's gonna happen.
See,
he's not gonna sit out.
I've been on the he'll get signed. He'll get a bump for this season to play.
That's it.
He might double his salary because they've got $30 million in cap space.
Yeah.
And then say, go hit free agency. We'd love to have you back. Whatever bullshit they got to say.
Yeah.
But it's something where he's not going to play on $16 million.
No.
In my opinion.
No. Not at all. They'll do something crazy where they'll give him like 32.5 this year, and that'll be it. And then he'll
promise not to franchise tag him or whatever, which it's just literally a handshake agreement. But
and then they'll franchise tag him, and they'll try to go get a 2nd-round pick for him, and that will be the end of it. With you know what would be funny too? He'll end up back in like New Orleans.
Oh God, I would not want to go there right now. I would not.
No,
want to
that place is a dumpster fire.
Well, that team, dude. Oh man,
it's a dumpster fire. Like, they're talking about their. I saw. Oh my God, it was on Good Morning Football today. They were talking about who's the. It's Tyler. Was it Tyler Sal?
Shuck or
Shouch, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's Shuck because like fuck, but with
Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
Like and they had a guy from the Saints on the team being like, "Oh, we have a great quarterback battle." I'm like, "Oh my God!"
It's probably Cam Jordan who's been there for like 15 years,
yes,
but he's the company man. So like,
yeah, there's a great quarterback battle. Like, sure, man, whatever you got to say to make yourself feel better.
He's also probably like, they're paying me $10 million to play my 18th season or 16th season, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like,
oh man.
And he's still playing at a decent level, but he's not the Cam Jordan he was.
Yeah. It's just funny. Like, hey, sure, dude. I don't know. You know, if I was getting paid a couple $1 million, I wouldn't say a single thing word either. I'd just go about living my life.
I'd shut the fuck up and go to work. Just
goddamn right. And
if I suck at my job, I'm gonna be like,
well,
it's a guaranteed contract. It's a guaranteed contract, right?
And I was watching. People talk about like X Factors. I mean, I watch you guys. I listen to the Locked On Bengals guys with James Rapine, whatever.
And Jake,
guys
crush it. Joe Goodberry stuff. There's so many guys in the
they're great.
Like, I don't think we have a fan base.
Oh, you do.
There's no other fan base like this.
Yeah.
Straight
it's unbelievable. But I think something that I'm like, and I wanted to keep being like under the radar. I got a weird feeling about Jermaine Burton, man, that this is about to be a fucking problem for the NFL. I just got the. I don't want to say much more about it.
No,
I just got a feeling this new haircut, hanging out with Jamar and Timor, kind of being a little low key more with his social media stuff. I kind of feel like he spent a couple days with those guys, and they like, hey man, you got one more chance here to make it in your life, or you're out. Because if you can't make it here with this team, with this quarterback and this offense, then where are you gonna go and even remotely be a piece?
which could happen. He could go, but he's here and he sees the way those guys work. But
Yeah,
the path he was headed down was out of the NFL territory.
immediately.
I've been working to try to get him on a little bit. It would shout out CG events and all those guys. Same stuff Malik's doing, and shout out Malik Wright and Wright.
Oh, great stuff. He's crushing it.
But yeah, there's some stuff like, and I'm like, I will never shit on Jermaine Burton if he comes on this show to talk to him, but I would like to ask him some questions about how his mentality's changed, because everything I've heard from everybody else is very good. Because
Yeah.
I know we're Bengals, like not that many, but shit trickles down. You got little connections, but
Yeah.
I already was basically living at the facility this offseason.
That's all.
And
Like I said, I live in New Hampshire, but I hear just enough from a couple guys that I've met from my couple times being in Cincinnati and this and that. And they're like, don't sleep. They're like, don't sleep on the kid. I'm like, all right, I love to hear that, because it's
well,
on
and people
tape.
are like,
On tape, the guy is, I mean, 4 catches for 124 yards last year. As much as it's not a lot, 4 catches for 124.
Could have been so much more. Like if you watch like so many plays where it's like
The Eagles game in the end zone. If he would have caught that ball,
yep,
we might have won the game.
Conversation.
Might have won the game. And he had one arm wrapped around the corner, and he like just barely dropped it with his left arm. Like that's one of those things where it's like it's like a joke, but you give Joe a mediocre offensive line, and then you give him a top 16 defense. We might have we might be having
honestly, if our defense
top
20. Is 20, if they're 20th,
we might be talking parades.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, if Burton goes elsewhere, I agree. Industries is a wake up call. Then he dominate. And honestly, I thought that's where it was headed.
But I think this year, what happened last year was his. From what I've heard, that was his wake up call. That was his wake up call.
The talent is there, but the history is there, and the signs were there to not take him at pick 80 in the draft. To be fair, as a guy who does draft guide, I'm like,
Saban said the same thing.
High schools, couple, you know what I mean? I'm like, you know.
That's what Nick Saban said too. He goes, he could be an all-pro. He could end up in jail. Like, there's kind of the in between. But you got to think, for him, he's looking at Andre Yoshivash, who was what, 6th round? A guy who's becoming an emerging, like a legitimate emerging piece. 10 touchdowns in 2 years as a 6th round pick. Bro, you have talent. Like you have so much talent. You were a 1st round talent, but you fell because of your mentals. Yeah. Like, come on.
But and you know, these guys, they're kids. That's what I always say. Like, shit, I'm 40.
Correct.
You know,
they're children.
So I'm like, these guys are kids. So,
yeah.
But
I'm 34. Like, I get you. Yeah.
You gotta figure it out though. Like, as much as I say your kids, just like my own kids, like, excuse it, but if you fuck up, you fuck up.
Correct.
You gotta own it. Like, because life doesn't just automatically get easier. You know, you've got to put the work in. You've got to try to be better, and it seems like he is. And I am very enthusiastic and happy about Jermaine Burton right now compared to 6 months ago, where all this off-field and whatever. And I don't get into he's at a gambling but showing up in pajamas, this, that, and the other, and missing your opportunity. What I said is, this is a child who is in a bad place mentally.
Yeah.
No one can, and there's part of it no one can figure out but him. And it's starting to sound like, listen, because I'm not going to sit on here and puff somebody that I don't even know. But it sounds like, and from all the outside stuff, that he is in a better mental place. And regardless of his NFL future, this is something I tweeted a month or so ago. I was like, regardless of, he seems and looks like a guy who's in a better mental space for his own life. And that matters to me as a human being. So
it seems like too, like after like T and Jamar got their contracts, from what I've heard, like they said they like kind of like honed in on him and be like, yo, you're here. Let's come on. Like, let's do this. Like we have one of the if he lives up to his potential, and you got Andre, and you have the two superstars, tell me it's not the best wide receiving core in the league.
Well, yeah, for sure. But the whole offense too. Like, my only concern has been the O line and Trevor.
What's up, buddy?
Shout out Trevor. Good to have Trevor.
What's up, Dale?
See, I love these shows like this.
I'm trying to get my shit together, man. Like, I'm sitting on a bed right now. I'm trying to like get it where the camera can.
You got that Skyline Chili shirt on now.
Yes, sir. Here. Yeah, comments. Yeah.
But yeah, we're talking Jermaine Burton, wide receiver core, but also I feel like we're about to dive into like offensive line conversation. For me, that's the one weakness for me that I'm like, one more guard, like a starting right guard. And I know that there's some guys still out there, but it's like, I thought they should have been more aggressive than Lucas Patrick. So Trevor, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the line? The receivers, we were talking Jermaine Burton as you came in. I feel like he's got his mentals right.
Everything you hear and I see, like I follow the guy on IG, like he seemed like he's getting his shit together, but I mean, I guess we just gotta wait and see, really. I mean, I don't know. I watch a bunch of stuff that TJ that Hoosh says, and he says he's getting his mentals right. So I guess it's just wait and see.
Trevor, I've thrown so much stock into that as well, where I'm like, if it's fucking Hoosh doing this, like that was our guy for so long, like trustworthy. He was like, as much as if it was Ocho and Hoosh, who was the three at that point?
Henry.
It was Chris Henry.
And Chris Henry. Oh God.
Well,
and then we had
this comment. This comment was
yeah. Oh yeah, there it is.
Like, it's Industries, like it would be like that deep threat, and they didn't have a Yosavash, a red zone threat, like hey, I can get 10 touchdowns in a season. I might only have 300 yards. Like I think if they split their shit up correctly, both of these guys can eat. This is Joe Burrow, you know.
It's like I'm eating right now. Goddamn.
And Dale, didn't we have what's his name too during that period? Didn't we have Hawkins, Andre, that's on ESPN now?
Yeah.
Andrew
that played for the Browns too.
I don't think we had him at the same time as those, like all three of them. It might have been when Henry. That's a good. Maybe they played together.
I thought he was. I thought he played with Palmer. I thought he did. Maybe not. I might be wrong.
No, he might have, but Henry might have been not playing at that time. It's a good question. The chat will have it, I'm sure. I can't remember Hawkins with Henry and with Chad and TJ.
And then we had old boy. And then we had old boy from New England for like a year or two. Who was that? Brandon something? Brandon
Oh, I know. LaFell.
Yep.
But we brought in, I think that was after, because we had
it was after. It was.
We had Lavernius Coles when Hoosh left. We brought in Lavernius Coles as like Hoosh's replacement. which TJ has said, like, not to me personally, because I ain't been around him, but at other events like Chop and Greg and other people that have been on the show, like they talked to Hoosh, and he said like he didn't want to leave Cincinnati, and that's one of his biggest regrets. Like he chased the money, but it was also the Bengals just didn't give him a respectable offer.
Oh yeah, I've heard him talk. Like I seen him on it was either Club Shay Shay or something. He was talking about it.
Yeah.
Club Shay Shay is crazy.
All right.
That's
So
just wild.
Shamar Stewart, what are both of your thoughts on Shamar Stewart?
Yeah,
Pork
his
chop's
agent's
back.
costing him millions of dollars. Straight up, his agent is costing him millions of dollars.
I just got here, but you're 100% fucking correct. This dude has surrounded himself with the wrong people.
Yes, his agent
Yep.
is screwing him over some stupid language in a contract.
He's not even a fucking agent, man. This guy helped. Who was it? Delvin Cook? Did he help? I mean, but literally,
he has clients.
he does have some clients, but this guy doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, is the only guy that's not even practicing, from the guy that the undrafted free agents all the way to Cam Ward.
That's what I was going to talk about. So Tom Pelissaro was on what's the guy? Used to be on ESPN. Rich Eisen. He was on the Rich Eisen show, and it was like, are they any closer to a contract? And Tom Pelissaro said this, like, the only reason this is a conversation because he's the only rookie that didn't sign that waiver to practice. He said that they didn't like the Bengals language. It was like both ways where they were both trying to change language or not change language. It's just weird. Like, but to be the only player that's a rookie that didn't practice, I'm pro player all the time. I know they make way more money than I ever will in my life, but I understand they put their bodies on the line.
And I understand it's the language that the Cincinnati Bengals never put in their contract. It's the same language that was put in the 16th pick and the 18th pick on both sides of you. That's
when my mind changed also, Taylor.
And your agent is costing you a lot of money. At the end of the day, you're costing yourself millions of dollars, man. What do you want to do?
And let me say this too, is like the Bengals have tried to put this language in the contract the last 2 years. This is the third year in a row. Now, we don't know about it because Miles Murphy and Amarius Mims kept their fucking mouth shut. Shamar Stewart's agent said, hey, it's a good idea to go out and slander the Bengals and run your mouth. So if I'm the Bengals, I've been trying 3 years to get this in because he went out and ran his mouth. This is the year it sticks. This is the year that I dig in and I say, this is now the contract language. And I even tell him, like, look, this guy worked out behind doors with the last two, but you want to come in here and run your mouth. Yeah. So this is the language. Enter the draft next year or sign.
Not to be too weird, do you guys know who Shamar Stewart's favorite NFL team is?
Yeah, Kansas City.
I think I know it's like a reach. I legit think that's part of it. I don't think he wants to be here.
Especially when he's like, his agent's like, he just wants to be a Bengal. He was so excited. Bitch,
no,
shut
he
up.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. Do you see him walk down that aisle? He was not excited.
But that's the craziest thing to me ever because it's like, if you re-enter the draft, you're a mid-round pick, and you were pick
mid-round,
18.
yeah, fifth, fourth, maybe.
But like a second-round pick compared to pick 18 in the first round is so much money.
So much
money. And he'll probably, wherever he goes, probably this language will be in his contract next year.
Correct.
Because the Bengals are just one of the only teams that don't have it yet.
Yeah. Well, that's what Tom Pelissaro was saying, was something about like he didn't like the way the Bengals structure or the language in their waiver. But Demetrius Knight signed the same thing because, hey, I want to get my on-field reps. Like, and honestly, this is your initial contract. Like,
and Demetrius Knight, who's probably going to be a starter.
Yes. Shamar Stewart had every reason to be in there getting reps. Why Trey's out? Like, he wants to keep bringing up Trey, and his agent wants to keep bringing up Trey. I get it. We all want Trey too. We want it to get figured out, but what the hell are we doing?
Don't worry, Shamar. He only had more sacks in 1 year than you had in potentially 8 years of college. If you would have done that
in your entire NFL, in your entire football career from Pee Wee to now.
Yeah, your entire college career, Trey Hendrickson almost had that in one game against the Raiders.
Side note, boys, these salt and vinegar wings that I just destroyed, unbelievable.
Oh, that's the salt and vinegar wings.
You make them yourself or get them somewhere?
I made it myself.
What? Tell me the ingredient for salt and vinegar if I make them myself.
So you can find these most anywhere. This like Badaya salt and vinegar sea salt.
Yeah.
And then around here, I'm very fortunate. This place called Firehouse. They have a salt and vinegar little rub.
Yeah.
But if you can't, just do salt and vinegar. We can find those pretty much anywhere. And then a little salt, pepper, and then apple vinegar cider. Marinate them. Hit them back with the sea salt and vinegar, and then fry them up.
I'm gonna have to try those.
Unbelievable. If you like salt and vinegar chips, can't beat it.
I do like salt and vinegar chips.
It's
Industries wants to see me getting undressed. Is that the story?
Yeah,
That's
instead
right.
of dress for nursing. Yeah, that's what nurses getting dressed is the opposite of what people want to see.
I know. Industry's got that nurse fantasy, and I'm here for it.
So good.
Dale, I'm
Imagine
like you.
pork chop.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I had to cut the camera off. I had to rip a heater, but I vape, so I was like, I'm gonna cut it off.
Bro, I just do it because I'm a teacher. And listen, everyone knows I do it because I say, hey, I'm ripping a heater. But I'm like, it's just something I don't want to do on camera because, like, you guys
Same.
fucking students and shit.
I don't even know. Where do you guys live? Like, are you all in Ohio?
Yep. Cincinnati, bruh.
So fucking jealous.
I'm in Columbus.
Columbus, OHIO. I know you're a Michigan guy, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh,
all right.
Where you at, Taylor?
I'm in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Oh shit.
I am from South Burlington, Vermont.
How do you be?
Randy Quaid can't leave Vermont. He's like stuck in Vermont. If he leaves, he can go to jail.
I'm a fan.
How did you become
I'm
a Bengals
because
fan?
because this is my youth football jersey right here.
Because the colors?
Because of the colors, brother.
Hell yeah. Your youth football coach should be given an award for helping pick out those colors.
When you're 6 years old, you're like, they look like me. And I was like, that's as far as it went.
Weren't you tempted to go after the NFL Vermont team?
There is no such thing because that's
that's
the whole
right.
point. Yeah. Yeah. My mom's a
No,
Bills fan. My
it's
dad's
all
a
Patriots,
Vikings fan.
dude. It's Patriots and Bills is probably the two.
No.
Bills now is probably taking over.
No, it's Patriots, Raiders, Dolphins, Giants, Jets. There's one more. Oh, Chargers. It's weird.
And Bengals, Taylor. You're right.
So me, just me, Chop.
He's
I'm
the
telling you,
outcast.
just
Yeah,
me.
but
He's
you
the
know,
outcast.
your one fucking jersey trumps all them other jerseys. Fuck them.
Yeah,
But
I
it's the
still got-
Dolphins. It's the jersey is actually
The Dolphins,
team
too, the
name
Dolphins,
was the
yeah.
Dolphins.
Well, he picked the best thing. He said, should I go with the name or the colors? He did the smart thing, and you went with the colors.
And then I got my John Kitna jersey with my Corey Dillon jersey is my favorite because it has the leaping tiger on the shoulder. That's my favorite jersey. And then the Warwick jersey, that was one that got to me when I got that in like a sophomore year of high school. I was so happy to get that. But
Yeah,
oh yeah, boys.
bro, I was such a bandwagon fucking homie hopper fucking fan growing up. Like, I liked the Cowboys, I liked the Rams, and then like, cause I played I played baseball, I played football, I played soccer, I played fucking basketball is my sport, but played all these sports, and I didn't really have a connection to the NFL. My cousin took me to a Bengals game when Palmer was a rookie, but it was Kitna, by the way.
Yeah.
Once again, to bring back John Kitna.
That's my
Kitna was
boy.
a starter. We played. The Bengals played. He took me to a game. He has seats like right there by the tunnel. went to the game. It was when they played T.O. and the 49ers. And the game was like 41-38. Dude, I was hooked. It was over. It was over. Like, it was over for me. I was like, damn it, I'm a Bengals fan. This is right after I graduated.
Hey, every game, I got my cups. I don't leave. And Dale, like I said, I sent you. You saw the inside of my engagement ring, or like my wedding ring.
Cock ring. Yeah.
Like, and she. I mean, God bless her. She's the best. And she looked at me. She goes, "It's because you married me before them." And I go, "Uh huh. That's right. I did."
Now, is she a fan of football at all?
Oh yeah, we go to Cincinnati every year for a game. It's like one of the only like. She's not a big sports person, but it's like a sport that she understands.
Well, I only asked that because, like, my wife, like, 4 years, season tickets, and, like, she'd rather be going and ripping her vape and this, that, and the other than honestly, but, like, whatever, you know, I'm just happy to be going. And, like, if I drink too much, she's driving home. So it worked out.
Yeah, no, she's great. I mean, like she grew up in New England. She's a Patriots fan first, but if we ever go to Cincinnati, she's got all of her Bengals gear on. She's ready to go. She gets it. She goes why would I make myself in a bad spot if I go down and hang out with you there? But I think we're coming down for the Patriots game this year, so.
All right. Well, I don't have I relinquished my season tickets for this year because it basically doubled in price. I am going to miss all my dudes, but I still want to go to a few games. So, and Chop has tickets, so yeah, I have to keep that one in mind.
Yep. Any game.
Yeah.
Someone
For no reason for 2 years, I threw myself on the season ticket waiting list, thinking that that was a good idea living in New England because I was gonna fly there every single Sunday.
Hey, fucking Sean Moore, Houday, baby. He flies from Florida.
Like,
yeah.
People that live in Tampa that fly up for all the games.
Yeah, if my job paid me like that, also they would kill me because the first part of the season is like right in like the heart of our fall season. It would yeah.
Like go ahead and let me, and then maybe.
Sindusters, you're correct. The sticker last year.
It gave you a sticker. That was so insane.
We went from like a ring to a blanket to a sticker.
Here's $2,000. Enjoy your sticker, Dale. Appreciate your sticker.
I'm looking forward to my sticker next year.
Well, I heard. Well, did you see a picture of like Bengals cap and accidentally like released?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That's what I was gonna say, Chop. So you may even be able to pick out a T-shirt, a hoodie,
a polo, a collared shirt. Yeah, there's actually like that's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's much better than a sticker.
But did you see what the Raiders did last year? It was this like this like ring case like this big, and you opened it up, and it was like a full on video promo of the Raiders for the whole year. It was like the NFL Films voice.
That's cool.
It was very well done. Very, very, very well done.
Dude, the Raiders and other teams do some crazy shit. And that's what I'm like, as a season ticket, which I know they probably pay more money. So cost of living, whatever. Yeah. But I'm like, a sticker. Like, how did we get to a sticker? Yeah, but right. it honestly wasn't about that for me. It's literally like, dude, I'm a teacher, my day job, you know? So it's like the cost had doubled. And it's like, I love everything I'm doing with Project Game Day, this, that, and other. But in 4 years, my cost doubled for the price of these same tickets. I made it work last year. I made it work last year. But like this year, I was like, my wife was like, no. And I was like, okay. You know, that's that. But my heart still hurts because I'm like, I still wish I had those season tickets.
Yeah. Kevin, you a big hockey guy?
Yes, I am.
Do you know the name Michael Kesselring?
Yes.
So Michael Kesselring is a good friend of mine. He is applying for membership at the country club I work for here in New Hampshire. He's from New Hampshire. You see, he just got traded to Buffalo.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Poor son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm also mad about the Dobson trade. Sorry, Kevin, but I'm mad.
Well, no.
Two finalists.
Yes,
Blue Jackets were
yes.
one of them. I was getting excited.
Real
Okay.
quick,
So,
y'all are talking hockey, and I got to go to work anyway, so I love y'all.
All right, Chop.
hey, Pork Chop. Hi.
And happy Friday.
Chop, I wear my BWO shirt every chance I can.
Hell yeah. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that for your support.
Okay. So, first, a couple things to address here. First, the Crypt Keeper's comment. Hello, Crypt Keeper. As for Michael Kesselring, he's young up and coming defenseman, seeing it could be a good first line, second line defenseman.
World
Buffalo-
champion.
World champion for the USA hockey team. Buffalo did get a good one there, but I understand what you're saying. Oh, I feel sorry because historically Buffalo, they're just not very good and they haven't made the playoffs in 14 seasons. And it's not from a lack of effort. They do try to make moves to try and get better. It just doesn't work out. So
Great
that's
arena too.
So there's that. Now, Dale, I have to address the Dobson thing.
I got excited, bro, because he's what, 25, 26?
So yes. So
prime.
Dobson is seen as a young up and coming defenseman, could be one of the best in the NHL. But here's why it didn't happen. Because the Islanders went to the Blue Jackets and said, we want your 2 first-round draft picks plus another pick and a prospect and Dmitry Voronkov. No.
I was going to say, it was the first round
terrible.
picks, Voronkov, which would have been hard to swallow alone, but they wanted another piece on top of it. I read the same shit, Kevin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That's an awful trade.
It just no. Like you're getting greedy now because you want our 2 first-round draft picks. You want one of our better players in Dmitry Voronkov, and then you say, "Well, yeah, but we want one of your prospects or another draft pick or draft pick." No thanks.
It was what they were trying to do was a division tax.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, essentially, imagine if the Bengals were trying to do a trade with the Ravens or the Steelers, and they trying to dick them around and try and screw them. That's essentially what the Islanders tried to do to the Blue Jackets, and the Blue Jackets made the smart move by saying, "You know what? No, you can go to Montreal. You have fun with that, okay?"
All right. So I got another question because it's the next pivot would be. And I still think they need to sign Fabro at minimum. I know Provorov is probably gone, but if they sign this or trade for Rasmus Anderson, a lot of Blue Jackets fans don't seem excited about that.
He's okay. He would be a good stopgap. That's essentially what it would be until some of your younger guys are ready to make that next step.
He's more offensive-minded, where the Blue Jackets need to get tougher on D.
That's a concern that I share with that too. Is that the Blue Jackets were like the Bengals this season, really good at scoring, but their defense was not the greatest. Not good. But their offense was fun. They scored 6 goals 15 times. They were top 10 in goals. One of the best teams scoring at 5-on-5. Just ridiculously good. But that is a good point you bring up there, Dale, that yes, he's more of an offensive defenseman, but he's not completely bad on defense. It'd be more of a stopgap until your other guys are ready to take that, next step. So it'd be okay.
When's the draft?
It's the first round. The first round is today. It's going to be.
That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. That's why I was like, the clock's been on for.
Yeah. So it's the first round is today. It's on ESPN at 7:00 p.m. Eastern time. The Blue Jackets have picks 14 and 20. 14 and 20. And the common consensus of all the draft experts is that if the Blue Jackets pick these picks, because there has been some talk that maybe they trade one or both.
No,
including
they were definitely trading both for Dobson.
Yes, they were definitely trading both for Dobson, but there's other area, trade rumors out there like, well, they could trade one or both for this guy. But if they keep both, the consensus from all the draft experts, which I agree with, is that goalie for one of the picks and defenseman for the other pick. And this draft is very lots of good defensemen in this draft. That if you need a defenseman, this is the draft for you.
Well, the Jackets have taken one goalie in the first round ever?
Years ago, yes.
Yeah.
And and it's not just a Blue Jackets thing, it's just historically hockey.
League-wide.
It's a league-wide thing that generally speaking, teams don't take goalie in the first round. It's kind of like a running back in football. You just really, generally speaking, don't do that. So there's that. The one that, and I talked about this guy in my show. It's this European guy. I can't pronounce his last name, but what he's 18 years old. He's 6'6", 220, and he's just a real solid, big physical shutdown defenseman. Now,
and the upside there because of the size.
Yeah. If you're 18 and you're already 6'6", 220, you still have time to grow. You could potentially be like 6'7", 6'8", and be like
240, 250. Yeah.
230, 240, be like, hello. And the Panthers, who just won their second straight Stanley Cup, they did it because they not only were they good and skillful, they did it because they were so fucking big and they just bullied the shit out of every team that they played.
Yeah. And they're welcome for fucking Brad Marchand. Don't get me started about the fucking Bruins. Don't even get me started with the Bruins right now. I'm so like $1 million.
Yeah, well,
is the reason.
You're not
$1 million is the reason we didn't have Brad Marchand.
Yeah. You are, look, I hang out with a lot of I have some good friends I talk to on Discord a lot, and some of them, they are big Bruins fans, Rhode Island, Massachusetts area.
Yep.
And that same sentiment that you just shared there with the whole, Brad Marchand Bruins thing, they share that same exact thing. I hear that all the time from my Bruins friends, Wyan and Chris and Jacob. I hear it all the time. They're not very happy with that, so I understand that. I'm very much aware of what the Bruins did, how my Bruins friends are not very, 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 very happy with that. And then if you look at how Don Waddell's built Carolina to where now Carolina's consistently good and they made multiple trips to the conference finals, Carolina is big, they're fast, and they're skillful.
But
and
they haven't won it, right?
So they won the Stanley Cup in 2006, but ever since then, the farthest they go is the conference final.
But they kept going. So would you take that as a Blue Jackets fan, Kevin?
I take that as because because the farthest the Blue Jackets have gone is Game 6 in the second round, where you only got 2 wins against the Bruins in 2019 in that series. And the best that the Blue Jackets have ever done is that, and they've also only had 2 series wins against Tampa Bay and Toronto. They've had they won 16 games in a row, which is one of very few teams can say that they've done that. There is, they made 4 trips, kind of like the Bengals before Joe Burrow got there, in a sense where with Andy Dalton, where they're good enough, they get to the playoffs, and then not very good. But 4 straight trips to the playoffs, you do that. But like Dale said, it's like you take that. You want
to win it.
You want to win. And if that means a trip to the conference finals, you take that because you see how hockey is like. If you get in the playoffs, anything can happen. You can go, you can just quickly lose, or you can go on a heater to like the Stanley Cup final and win it. You just gotta win.
The Bengals were one miss. To bring it back to the Bengals were one missed call away.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 missed field goals away from winning the actual division.
Right.
2 missed field goals from being 11-6 and winning the division.
But the Super Bowl year still hurts me, guys. That's like literally they don't call that penalty on Logan Wilson.
I know that's
4th down. I think we win it.
Or if Zach Taylor decides to, run the ball or throw screen passes against the worst screen pass to team in the NFL,
And man, if
We
Joe
won.
Burrow, if you get,
Zach Taylor cost us that Super Bowl, not the
if
team.
Joe Burrow just a little bit more time, he throws that ball.
Yeah.
Chase catches it. He's
Chase
wide
is
open.
Touchdown.
And the guys on the ground. Yeah.
Touchdown.
No, it hurt. That one hurts because
It does. I remember that because my mom, I had this microwavable Skyline chili meal for dinner. There's other stuff too that day, and I waited till after the game to. I waited to the game to after to eat it. It was about a little after 9 o'clock when the game ended, and I was just so sad and upset that I just sat there looking at it and I didn't eat till midnight because I was just like, damn, I just hope they didn't. I know the Bengals are a good enough team that can actually go back to the Super Bowl and do it, but at that point in time, I'm thinking,
dude, that is the worst narrative that pisses me off, Kevin.
But at that point in time, but at that point in time,
year after year, and I'm like, you know how hard it is to make a Super Bowl?
Yes, that's what I was thinking there. It's I know the Bengals are a good enough team to where they can go back to the Super Bowl and they can win it, but at that point in time, I'm thinking to myself, God, I just hope that they didn't blow that chance to win a Super Bowl because it's like you said, it's so hard to get there. It's so hard to get there and so hard to win. So that when you do have that chance, you better hope you get that done so you don't look back and say, damn, we could have had that there if we had won.
That is why I always come on this show and I'm like, another piece, another 2 pieces. Get creative with your contracts. I get pissed. And Taylor, I want your opinion on this, but that's how I always feel. And it's I'm not trying to be negative toward what the Bengals are doing. But I'm if you had a fucking Jeffrey Lurie, if you had an Eagles fucking mindset, the Bengals would have been back. We would not have had 2 years to miss playoffs. Because your window is over very quickly. It's every sport. You talk whatever sport you want to talk. Your championship window it's huge. And that was the thing. Oh, this is Burrow's second year. The championship window is huge.
Well, we officially have the biggest window left in the NFL because of the contracts that they signed with Jamar and T. If you don't believe that, then you're not a real fan because what other team in the past 10 to 15 years has kept the core of their offense together? And as much as the defense, I get that. Joe Burrow, not Zach Taylor, brought the worst offensive line in NFL history to the Super Bowl, and they were 3 fingertip grabs from Aaron Donald away from winning the Super Bowl.
I understand.
So
I understand all that, but I'm that was what 2021.
2021,
yeah.
And people act like that's so far away. And the next year, you were in the AFC Championship game, and you were one call that could have gone one way or the other away from, and you were one ref away from going, oh no, I blew the whistle on that. That wasn't supposed to be a punt.
That's
2 years though. 2 years of missed playoffs.
Yeah,
didn't even make the dance.
Right.
But also, I mean, you can't say it's 2 years when Joe goes down with a freak wrist injury. You go into Kansas City and you score more points against the Chiefs than Lamar Jackson and those Ravens did against Kansas City at home. At home.
But me as a fan, and I don't control the money and I don't do this, that, and the other. And you guys can tell me that I'm fucking an idiot for thinking this. But as a fan, I'm like, why don't we push our chips in more? Why don't we get creative with our contracts? Why don't we do the things that you could do knowing that you have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins?
This is what I would say to this. I've brought this idea on your show multiple times, Dale, which is I think there's a middle ground to this. I don't want to be the guy that just poo-poos the Bengals like, oh, they're cheap or this or that. I get it. You're small. I understand that. But I see some people, they just poo-poo it, they this and that. I also understand that, yes, you're a smaller market team, so you can't just blow money like other teams do. But this is what the Blue Jackets did. The Blue Jackets realize that they are a smaller market team. They're not going to have the same amount of money as compared to other teams. So how do you get around that? What the Blue Jackets have essentially done over the years is they found different ways to get money. They sold 30% stake to Nationwide Insurance. So now they always have at least 30% coming in, year out from Nationwide Insurance. Another thing is the Blue Jackets have helmet sponsors. They have jersey sponsors. They got a whole bunch of other stuff that they're getting consistent money now so that you can find a way to negate that negative side effect of being a smaller market team. That's what the Bengals could do. The Blue Jackets found a way. I think the Bengals could do a similar thing to go with being creative, as you say, Dale.
Well, it's not just that I'm just pulling that out of my ass. It's the Eagles have done it. There's several teams that have private equity for percentages of the franchise. And it's like, it doesn't take any controlling interest of like a Brown family, but it's like, hey, you get 5% and we have all this extra money. And then because this is something that like, shout out Santori Miles, Rally Around the Natty. You know him, Kev.
I do.
But he's like, they're more cash poor. He's probably not the words he ever used, but the words I've used when having conversation with him because he's a smart guy with numbers and stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, so but other teams are doing this. They're bringing in these private investors for like 5% of your franchise.
Yeah.
But you get X amount of money that you can use that and you can be able to spend that on other things. Like, and if you really want to, and the Eagles, prime example is the Philadelphia Eagles, which they're just run differently the way they do things. But I'm like, why the hell would you not try to emulate that? Like, why would you, if you're not, if you're running it as a business, because that's how I look at it. The Bengals run it like a bit because it is their business. They don't have
any other money.
Yeah,
no other businesses.
We've joked about this. Elon buying it, this person buying it, that person buying it, Jeff Bezos, whatever. This is unlimited money. But it's like, no, you want to keep it in the family, but why not bring in a 5% interest and it's pure cash flow to you?
Yeah.
And then you can use that. Like, to me, it's a no-brainer. Like, this is something the NFL just adopted 2 years ago.
Well,
I know I agree with that there, and that's what the Blue Jackets did. They're just like the Bengals. They are a family-run business. They're owned by the McConnell family, and the original McConnell who started it passed it to his kid, and then the second McConnell is now passing it to his kid, who's going to take it over eventually. And it's still a family-run business, like the Bengals do. But they get extra money. But they get extra money because they sold it some to Nationwide Insurance.
But you can take some of that financial responsibility and a 5% interest of this, that, like so I'm a Cavs fan, NBA.
Yeah.
And I remember Usher, Usher, the R&B artist, buying a percentage. Like, I think they're selling another percentage. But it's like, you're still the majority holder of this franchise. You still get the biggest say. But at the same point in time, you're generating money, you're generating opportunity, you're generating ways to do this. And I am not the most financially smart person. I mean, obviously, I'm a teacher. If I was financially smart, I would have never went into that field.
So I'm gonna leave you guys with this. First of all, just so you have NBA really quick. I took the Pacers in March at plus 10,000 to win the NBA Finals.
Oh,
and I held on the entire way, and poor Halliburton. But hey, it was a $20 bet to win me over $2,000. So I was like, I'm gonna hold on. It is what it is, right? It is what it is.
No, you had to.
I had to. But this is my mindset going into this season. This first game against the Browns, it has to be a playoff game. You have to win this first game.
You have to win.
You have to. It's your first game Super Bowl. You cannot go to Cleveland and lose this game. Because if you win this game and you go 1-0, it feels
the
a
road.
lot easier to go into the next week. As soon as you lose and you go 0-1, it feels like the same old shit we've dealt
Pressure.
with for the past 4 years. You have to go into game one as this is it. This is it. Because if you win that and you go 1-0, and then you roll into week 2, and if you win that, you go 2-0, you're going to put the rest of the NFL and all these fans on notice that this team is here. And that's kind of what it comes down to. But fellas, Kevin, Dale, thank you so much for inviting me on here. You guys are great. I have it on the screen here, so I'm gonna keep watching. But you guys are so
probably
great.
gonna end this one. I'm gonna chat with Kevin off screen, just chat about Blue Jackets shit.
Yeah.
Anybody watching Bengals Brews probably cares, but shit, watch Brew Jackets.
That's right.
Brew Jackets. Oh shit, I'm gonna follow that. Is
So,
that the
yes.
account on, is that the account on YouTube?
Okay, so the story is that back in 2022, Dale, Santori, Matt, and me started a Blue Jackets themed show called Brew Jackets, and now it's Hefty Duck and I, and we do it once a week, and just what's ever going on in the Blue Jackets world, we talk about it during the season. We talk about the games that they played that week on our next show, and we just keep going and going. And right now we're doing a player report card series on how each player did for the Blue Jackets did this season. We're getting towards the end. This upcoming show will talk about what the Blue Jackets did with their trades, the draft, our player report card series, and so much more. You check out Brew Jackets. And if you are ever in Columbus for the Blue Jackets home opener,
Union Blue Soldiers,
you got to check out Union Blue Soldiers is a Blue Jackets. Union Blue Soldiers is a fan group I've been doing since 2014 to cheer on the Blue Jackets. Dale has the scarf. And every Blue Jackets home opener, we do a march to cheer on the Blue Jackets from a local bar in town to Nationwide Arena where they play. We get about 100 people that show up every year. It's been featured on the scoreboard at Blue Jackets games, 97.1 The Fan, the big radio station down there, the newspapers, TV, radio. The Blue Jackets have featured it all over their social media. They've done marches with us. So check us out on social media. And if you are ever in Columbus for the Blue Jackets home opener, check out our march. It's a fun time.
I love it. Well, fellas, appreciate you. Who Day, all that shit. And man, let's fucking just 1-0. 1-0.
That's all we
need.
Let's start it right.
Yes.
Right.
All right, boys. Well, hey, from New Hampshire, I'm out.
See you, brother.
See you, boys.
See you, all right, Kevin. I'm gonna end the live stream. I'm gonna take a piss, then we'll chat.
Perfect.
I think if anybody's still watching at this point, I got to give them one thing. It's Greg dancing. So I got to do that. This is a Friday. We didn't get no Greg dancing, so we're going to get Greg dancing. And then I love y'all. Hooday. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Happy 4th of July. America, bitches.
Bengals and Brews, the podcast crew. Get up an orange arrow, pork chop too. Greg Luther, Big Savage, Dot Bud King, Yoshi Lover, they bring the zing. Cincinnati Bengals, the pride of the city. Join the fun with pork chop boys.